What is good, chat? What a day to be alive. What a day to be staking at 1v1 me for CS2. I know that some of you might be coming over from that COD division with Matt over there. Y'all were doing a good job of keeping the energy up and keeping it high, but I hope that you're still ready to come into this one with that same level, because we got a night ahead of us, team. We got a night ahead of us, let me tell you. Already, you know, kicking at the knocking at the door for these guys, getting their match set up for the first of which, as we can take a quick on peek over to our schedule. I think that we have had a turbulent time in really settling in, you know, and keeping ourselves locked in for these matches as we go along. But let's take a peek. We got the music bumping, we got the stakes flying. You already saw on your screen some of that preview for Fusion and Trick, but that will be the first of our evening. That will be the beginning, as we do have next up at 11:30 going to be Caker and D-Crad. Then it's going to be Louis and Slump, Frizzy and STX, Languor and Tiski. That is a lineup indeed. I'm honestly most excited for that midnight game. That Louis and Slump matchup, guys, is going to be probably one of the most sought after of the entire season. Those two are definitely slated to be making that playoffs area, definitely slated to be making themselves a name for that playoff position. Pole position for #1 in the league as Slump holds on to it right now. It's 10-5, the record for Louis and Wumbo right now, placed at #5 in the season overall. But that's not to get too ahead of ourselves. Chat, I got a lot of cool little neat things to share with you tonight. I fixed my camera up a little bit. That's probably looking a little bit better than it has nights before. My microphone's probably sounding a little bit better too. We got the music actually playing this time. Thought it was playing last night, but apparently the sound was just way low on the first couple streams of the night. In general, though, we're ready to get this one going. In streamer mode, check that out on the side of your screen there. That's a beautiful thing, and I can see all your chats. I can see what everybody's getting up to, whilst we can flip through all these different stakes that we have perfectly placed in position for you, with one more surprise we got actually going into the gameplay side of things, but we'll wait to show you that one. That's going to be something for a later time. But our first matchup, as you can see, this is another beautiful little thing brought to you by the wonderful people at 1v1 me. We've got ourselves Trick and Goodbye on our right, with Fusion and Edge on the left, with their stakes already having been laid out for all previous matches. We've compiled all that information by we, I mean me, as far as their ranks, their win-losses are concerned, the head-to-head, the golden guns won and lost, as well as that first blood percentage. So guys, check it out. Check it out. Feast your eyes on some of this knowledge that's presented for you right now. If you're trying to be educated in your guesses as far as those first bloods are concerned, you can see that there's a slight edge for Trick and Goodbye, but honestly not that crazy of a one to where I'm going to be bugging out trying to lay down my stakes on them 100% of the time. I mean, a 3% diff or even below a 50% mark could be anybody's game, and the golden gun is one that could tell that Fusion and Edge like to take these games a little bit longer than probably they would like to. 16th in the season, still on that bottom board, but trying their damnedest to make a vie for that top place in due time, in good time, perhaps. As we know, this game is one where Trick and Goodbye have had a little bit of a tough time. Haven't exactly been looking perfect in these recent matches, but again, let's make sure that we do look on these stakes that we have already presented for us. The who will win. You guys seem to feel like Trick and Goodbye are pretty heavily slated for it. We've got a little believer here in the Twitch chat, VenomX Nate, on the Fusion 9-7, but the how many kills is what I'm going to be questioning probably the most. 5, guys? Do we think Edge can get more than 5 kills? That's pretty much a shoo-in in most matches, so long as you don't get outright 9-0'd, in my opinion. 5 kills is something I think that me personally, I would be cooking with pretty considerably. And talking about the super stakes, guys, talking about the actual number of rounds that they will win by, let's take a peek onto that, as you have pretty heavily favored the camp of that 9-6. That is the highest output that anybody has put on that mark right now, and I believe that that's actually pretty fair. I think like a 9 to 5-6 is probably a good area to be in if you can only put about 2 down, but if you're going for that 3 spread from 5 to 7 is a comfortable spot to be in for me. I don't think that this one is going to be a short one in the slightest, that is for sure. Just put $100 on a super pick 6-0. Kidding. I'm joking. Nah, I understand. Nah, I get you. Well, these are just how these things go sometimes, as we didn't get to get our interview with Fusion and Edge last night. They desperately wanted to chat. I don't know if you were here for that, but they were literally begging on their knees, please, Tony, interview us, please. But if you're a loser, I can't interview you. I only interview winners after the game ends. So there's a discrepancy there that Fusion and Edge need to actually settle out if they're going to get to talk to the GOAT. I'm joking again. Let me know how the balance of the audio is, guys, at some point. If the music is too low, man, your mic is low-key amazing. You think so, dude? I did a lot of playing with it. Bro. I spent like a solid hour trying to do all the, you know, the frills and stuff, so I just got to see how it works when we get loud, when we start having to get the energy going. Who we going with, Tony, is a good question. I was just saying that I think, me personally, I'm on the side of Goodbye and Trick, and I'm taking it a little bit deeper. I'm like a 5 to 6 to 7 score line in that spread area is where I'm going to be more comfortable with these stakes and these odds right now. If I had to, me personally, put my money down on the line, which I haven't, that's what I'd be ripping. So that's where I'm thinking. A lot of playing with pause. Chill. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to forget that even happened. We're going to get an interview going. Listen, boys, you were dying for the interview last night, it sounded like. You were absolutely
I was,
dying
dude.
for
I
it.
was very unhappy with you, bro. I put out a banger. I even gave us a conversation piece.
Well, listen, unfortunately, you missed out on the first one, but I can only interview winners after the game
Newsflash,
ends.
buddy, we lost.
I know. We're going to need to change that tonight if you want to return, though, and that's the first step. That's the first stage in recovery, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to ask you about your league match, because Toast is asking me about that. Guys, for those of you who are unfamiliar, before we get into that, league means that the actual 5 versus 5 team Counter-Strike that people play, and these guys are participating on a roster together. So how'd that go?
Well, me and Edge, let me just say, me and Edge are coming to this game pissed the fuck off. We lost our 3rd straight overtime game, so that's awesome. Knocking us to what? 3 and 7. We got to win 3 straight and go 6 and 7, like, desperately. But, like, either way, dude, 19-22, 14-16, 14-16, 11-13. Like, it's ridiculous, man. So we're coming in pissed off, ready to shoot the fucking gun.
Okay, dude. Like, I need to hear that energy coming out from a lot of different people. I need to hear that energy from a lot of guys with the same kind of, like, energy, the heat that you need to have in these 2v2s. I mean, you got to come ready to shoot, like you just said. You got to be ready to hold that gun and pull that trigger faster than the other. There's no baiting, man. Like, you're just 2 guys. You're on your own. You got to hit that shot. And Edge, listen, I feel a little bit disrespected on your behalf tonight. Right now, the stakes are saying, will you or not get 5 kills? That's nuts,
dude,
bro.
Dude, they had him at 4 last night. Like, what are we talking about?
Edge, we got to shut these guys up tonight, man. We got to come into this one and blow that out the water. How are we feeling?
Man, I beat that first one like 4 rounds in the goddamn game last night.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, keep that same energy going into this matchup, because that's the kind that you're going to need to try and find yourself back on form. We're going to be watching your POV, Edge. We've got a little bit of stat lines to go through on the screen that everybody's going to see as a little surprise. We put together graphics for that on the gameplay end of things. And you guys, unfortunately, are on that struggle bus, and you're looking to try and get off of it soon enough. So we're going to need to see what the stop will be as far as the score line is concerned. Guys, what are we thinking?
Praying to God for a 9-0. Seriously, just gonna fucking run it down and shoot the gun and play pissed off.
Are you in that same boat,
Yeah,
Edge?
bro.
I know. I don't care anymore.
9-0.
Gotta
Yeah.
go out there and fucking shoot.
Dude, all right.
It's not sweet, buddy.
They see
It's
red.
not sweet.
They see red, team, and we're going to see if they can continue on that warpath in due time. We'll see whether or not the other team seems to feel that same kind of way in just a moment. Thank you for joining me for the pregame. We'll see if you can mount the full-fledged win for the postgame interview as well. Goodbye and Trick. All right, team. Chat, group, guys, boys.
Let's go, Tony.
Nothing much. Today is a pretty good day. We're feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty warm. I'm feeling pretty warm, at least. How are you feeling?
Bottom of the barrel.
Well, I mean, that's kind of tough to say, because I feel like they're on that same kind of way. I feel like they're on that same wavelength, but they actually, in terms of their actual frontward and outward trajectory, seem like they want to come into this one guns blazing. They're saying 9-0. They don't give a damn. They want to shoot the gun. There's nothing between them and this victory, so it seems right now, except for you two and how you're feeling about this one. So give me your thoughts. Give me your feelings. Give me some energy.
Hey, they just got that mentality. Like, we'll be all right. Just play our game. Come out confident as well. I'm not going to say we're going to get 9-0 on them, because I'm sure they'll luck out eventually, but it's going to look clean, and it's going to look like they're lost out there.
Let's see if you can read them around like lost dogs, as you say. I mean, Memento is a map that's pretty straightforward. I'd be ashamed to find out that they didn't know how to get their way into a bomb site. But with that being said, Memento is one of those maps where that is really the name of the game. Shoot the gun. You swing into a fight on the left side of the map as a CT side, and they're on your ass already. So talk to me a little bit about the pace that you intend on bringing to this game, and how quickly you end up closing it out as far as round count is concerned.
GB. Come on, bro.
Nah, come on, man.
Nah, come on, bro.
Talk. I talk in every interview. Come on.
Dude, I'm in a Clash Royale game. I'm joking.
That's crazy. Not
we
live,
got
chat.
some recent memento experience against who's it? Wumbo and Louis, right?
Correct.
Last night didn't go our way. Not nearly as good as we thought it would go, but we actually kind of learned some things from them, like the way they paced their rounds and like some of the strats they were running, where they're just kind of slow, maybe group up some rounds or solo play some rounds. So we might want to try to incorporate that in our game plan on Memento against Fusion and them.
And on that score line you're looking to pull?
Let's go for a 9-6. Trick said that they could get some rounds out of their ass, and maybe they get 6 rounds.
They're not 9. They're not 6 round lucky. I'd say like
Really, Trick?
3 round lucky
All
with
right,
the pistol
all right.
conversion.
Fair enough. Well, we'll
With a
see if you
pistol
can do it,
conversion.
guys.
Alright.
Staking
Let's
is
do it.
closed. I'm throwing you down. Good luck.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Tony.
I mean, listen. There's honestly, I feel like chat a lack of energy. What do you think? I was not, unfortunately, really feeling it from them. I'm in a Clash Royale game. He said that's not something you want to admit. That's not something you want to tell us. That doesn't show me that you're locked, bro. That doesn't show me that you're locked at all. And that's a shame, because if they aren't, they're just going to get ripped by the bottom seed team. And that's not going to be a great feeling moving forwards. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. Hold on, I added a new soundboard effect. I was going to use it right then and there in that interview, but oh, well, you got the gist of it there. Actually, I had to turn the volume on it down though. It's so loud, dude. Why did it sound like that? I'm just trying to edit it. Dude, Goodbye was in a Clash Royale game, he said. That's what he was saying, man. Can you believe that? Alright, I turned the volume down. Is that better? Yeah, that was the... With the Clash Royale mention? Yuck, bro. Like I said, we're watching the Edge POV tonight, guys, to start out this game. That shit was loud as hell. Oh. If I woke you up, though. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. How is it louder than the audio, bro? You're ready now, bro. You're ready now. You're back, you're back. Let's lock into the game. Let's get into the matchup itself, because that's what everybody came for, right? His stream POV is low-key loud as well. I'm not gonna lie.
W up one.
It's pretty damn loud.
Oh. All right.
I turned it down on my end a little bit.
Who's the
Look up, I
guy
saw you getting
who,
toasted by
goes,
Matt in that other
he
stream,
tweets,
bro.
The NFL players, like,
That's
I'm pissed
nuts.
off.
G to great. What's good,
Oh,
go?
the tweets. Yeah. Me either.
I'm gonna make that a little smaller.
Just double push SpongeBob
And
to
move
the
it
window,
over.
I think.
I'm gonna move it up there, so you can see who's alive and what the score is.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. That looks better.
Keep holding the stairs.
Actually, I can move it over here, even next to the cams.
Go to Starbucks. Yep.
Go to Starbucks is the call out that he just gave to his
Yeah, he's
teammate there. I guess that's that back room with the
We chase
coffee
him, chase
shop
to
going
Starbucks.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Chase to Starbucks. You better stop saying that cringe ass call out, bro. Taylor with glasses, what you got?
Just
Or wait,
clear.
what? Do you
Go to
got?
first lane.
Wait, Taylor, what glasses do you got? What glasses do I? Dior, bro.
Castle? Okay, I'm gonna walk to lane.
I'm
Hold on.
wearing-
Watch,
I'm
watch,
wearing
watch the
Dior.
guy. He ran back.
Everybody talking
Wait.
like he messed up the ASMR.
Door, close up door. Door and
Bit
lane.
lower, gang, no cap. Yeah, no worries. I turned the sound effect down. They're trying to win out this 1 versus 2 right now with a P250 without any body armor. That's going to be a tough ask. These walls are pretty thin, and they're going to swing from both sides,
He
and
just didn't peek
Edge
me from
can't get
door.
out.
Yellow? No.
No kill off the rip.
I was fighting blue.
First blood from Trek.
We could afford Deegs to get AKs next round still. I'm gonna go castle.
Close
I'm
me
trying to
out
get a
for the
filter.
night. You're gonna close your tab after that one? You're not gonna keep staking on Counter-Strike with us? We got a whole night to go through, bro. We got a whole
fine.
set of games we gotta rip on. Don't be weird, bro. Don't be weird.
Oh, close.
Keeping that
Okay.
same sprint up on the second
56
round.
and one on
GB
blue.
and Trick at the hip are running it through with no
ready for
hesitation,
that.
without
They're
any
on, like,
delay.
super
They get
bonus.
right up in personal
Unless
with their
goodbye, just goodbye,
adversaries, and
now
that's
he's
how you
buying
like it
off
to
play
be.
SpongeBob, and I'm gonna hold this
SpongeBob,
left
what are these
side for a
comms,
second.
dude?
Like the little beer
They,
angle.
they unironically have come up with the most brain-rotted callouts. Leave it to
Yeah, I'm on the
Fusion.
LB angle. They smoked
Man,
I'm gonna
leave
walk
it
up.
to Fusion, bro.
They're probably gonna fucking low-key just post castle with this smoke down lane.
Not seeing anything off that first spawn. Edge and Fusion now are
That's
just going to
fine.
be
I'm
hoping
walking
that their
away on lane.
opponents
These more
give them the
castles. They're
time
like
of day.
below
They're not
castle, sounds
forcing the
like.
issue in the first 30 seconds of it, but eventually they'll have to make their move and
Yeah,
regroup
he
with
might be
bomb.
right below
Not a
castle.
bad call. Now
Okay.
Fusion's calling for the support
Okay,
of his
SpongeBob.
comrade. No longer is that right side being
stars,
covered for, so
potential
they're going to
boost.
go in together and then they're going to seek out their fights. I don't see any utility on Edge, and I don't really see any on Fusion either, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No. Looks
So
like
let's go
he's a
walk back
little bit
castle.
dry in that
fine,
regard,
boys.
so they're going to be going in brute force.
The entirety of SpongeBob is capped.
Good money on the CTs right now. They can just sit back and sit pretty, wait for them to walk into their domain, and at a
Nice,
distance, GB can do
Nice,
no good.
SpongeBob.
And Trick only now just turning around. I can imagine he always plays this
Yeah.
broken wall angle, man. And there he
Nice.
was. Edge adjusts. Deep it, the headshot he needs to procure.
their
Now
bonus,
they
I'm
will
pretty
be
sure. I
buying
don't know what he
again, but
had.
with
I don't
better
know where he
weapons than
killed
they
him.
had in that one. It was an SMG over at that coffee shop, so.
Okay. Take your fucking hat off. It's in a fucking hot dog stand.
What is he talking about, bro? What is he yapping about? Is that a
serious.
movie quote? I'm gonna have to
Serious
ask him
rifle.
after the game. If they win,
Close right, close right.
MP9 playing
hold on.
close in proximity.
Close right,
I don't
close
know.
right,
I think
I
that
think.
was not the player that Fusion was talking about. Yeah, right.
No spread, no spread.
He's still
I'm
got
gonna
to be to
clear
the
all
right. He's still got to be
Not
tucked.
here, not here,
No,
not here.
he got out.
Double walk back.
Or was he ever there in the first
Yeah.
place?
Yeah, can we just go all the way
Was
to
he a
the front
figment
lane?
of our imagination?
Just full gap mid.
Peaceful music for a not so peaceful
Merry
situation where a man is now dead. Double kill for Edge.
go.
He's already about that halfway point he needed in order to get to that
I'm for there.
5 kill mark. For anybody who bet that he would get below 5 kills, you, my friend, are a goofball. That set smoke. I don't think I've actually seen what that's for, where it lands, what it does. I think it's supposed to block off the deep side just around this corner to the left. Oh, that's a team
Pretty close
clash if
behind
I've
the
ever
wall.
seen.
Dropped it on his head. We're just gonna walk out and watch a second. Clear close
I
right.
almost just coughed the lung out,
Yeah.
bro.
Hold on, I'm at the hot dog stand.
Trying to hold for that flank once again.
That's fine.
2
Don't take
times in
these
a row?
boxes.
Surely not. Not this soon, at least.
I'm all the way up to the hot dog stand. I'm waiting for someone to activate.
Because
Careful
now
stairs
Edge
still. I
turns
just,
back
found a
face.
gap.
Making sure he doesn't get
I
caught
could
with his
smoke,
pants down.
Palace when I get there.
Both he and Fusion now closing in on their opponent's spawn way, but will they have any success of getting the bomb planted
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
gonna go
problem.
walk to you, I think, here to the
Could they have hit
SpongeBob.
that boost early and just left
Oh,
them up
fucked
there
up the
to
sound
lurk?
drop. I'm so
Very,
fat.
very possible. But they're going to clear out all their
So fat
options, but they're
worthless.
losing time. They've only got 35 on the clock now, 30. They've hit this
There's
point. They
one.
got to start moving. They got to start hitting that W key.
Oh, he's here. He's
And the
spotted.
more quiet that they get,
59
the more
railing
questions that
starbs.
GB and Trick have to ask. And as they turn in towards their spawn after all this has gone down, it is now going to be Edge again left to try and pull out onto a clutch. That wall is thin, but it's not thin enough, and he can't get that plant off. There
14,
is no
14,
way in hell, especially if he gets
29
beamed
and 2 with an
by
hack.
another goodbye double. Taylor, how blind are you? I wouldn't even be able to tell who the person in front of me is within
just
like
fight
3
subs?
feet without my glasses on, bro.
They're
Dead
smoking lane,
ass.
so I'm gonna break it and try and find one earlier.
Dead ass.
If
You
they-
are
if
obsessed
they
with my
smoke them,
glasses.
they
You want
should
them?
have
I'll
the
ship them to
AKs
you.
taken over. Hold on, wait. 1 star.
Molly wide.
I fucked up the fucking smoke.
They're getting into that site the best that they can.
Oh, hard right.
Edge, he's gonna try and find them both
Oh, that
again
smoke is
between
too deep.
2 smokes. Yeah,
So
it's
fat.
way too smoke. Way too smoke. Way too deep, pardon me. That's
That
way
would've
too
been
smoke.
legendary.
And I can't imagine Edge can do much about this with only 34 health on him. That is simply not enough. He
They will
thought he
give you
thought he
Zakat,
played a good old
2-1-1s.
he thought he pulled the wool over their eyes with that flashbang, man.
Wait,
He
I'll fight,
really
I'll
did
fight.
think But they're going to be holding him 100% in the next few seconds, I believe. No, wait.
That was
Trick
the-
was
that
looking
was
to
the-
his other
Oh
side.
my
And GB, he thinks that he is even better than his
Holy
teammate on
fucking
next
aura.
swing as he gets ballsy with it. He
One
only
JP,
needed to
bro.
hit 2
One
bullets.
JP.
1 health
I need to act now.
is the difference in that clutch. But they're going to be holding him 100% in the next few seconds, I believe. No, wait.
That was
Trick
the-
was
that
looking
was
to
the-
his other
Oh
side.
my
And
God.
GB. Talk about snap reaction plays, dude. Holy ghost, man. Another team flash from Fusion to Edge. He'll eat that, man. Fusion finishes that one without even needing to call upon Edge, who had done it for him in the previous round, finally giving him something to believe in and giving them now a lead that they'll look to hold for the half. Another set smoke lineup. Oh, never mind. He said, I hope this smoke's that's going to hit the roof and bounce back. What was that? No nade going to be eaten by the CTs just yet, as behind that cart goes something nuts. Fusion says Merry Christmas, and that makes me think that he gets a free kill. A gift, if you will. And he gets caught swung from the boost as he drops back down into sight. I believe that's what he heard. The other of which continues to push. We go even keel. We go even keel. Tony, what are you doing? Put the stream up. What? Oh, dude. Oh, dude. My bad. MB. Shut up.
Wait, no, that is 7 actually at that point, maybe 6.
Shut up. I blame you guys. That's not my bad. That's you guys. That's not me. You can't see the game, bro. Refresh.
Wow.
It's been a hot minute. I heard you. I read you. We can't see the game. Yes, you can. You can now. And you can see this 1v2 already in action for Edge trying to do it again. But he simply can't.
Boost me in the castle insta, or vice versa. Whoever. Gets
Tony,
up
what are
first.
you doing? I was like, what
Starts
you mean? What am I
faster.
doing? What are you doing, bro?
Starts faster, and I'm gonna boost you. Going for broke here. You have to go from this side.
I don't know if they can really go for many more rounds here with this kind of economy if they don't hit the
he's
win
there.
off the rip.
He's there.
Edge gets up. Swung into his
I'm walking through lane right
deep angle held by an AK-47. That's tough.
now. Both lane.
He finds that first frag, and then Fusion goes in as well.
Oh,
I
he
can't
gets
believe
the
that's how
cost.
they win that round. Look at how far back their opponents are right there. They played it
Also
perfectly in
fire.
terms of their positioning, but they can't hit those shots.
This is fire.
AKVM
somebody.
P9, I mean, those SMGs should be getting beat out every time.
Double SpongeBob.
Double
Oh, six- I got
SpongeBob.
67 to 5.
I don't know what the hell. 67, bro.
Yeah, out. Flashing high above.
Stop it, Fusion, bro. Free me from my shackles. That was a pretty ugly spray, but he gets the kill. That's all that really matters, I guess.
Other here.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm here. We have cross.
And now the both of them can just lock in on the last position of only a deagle.
gonna
Fusion's
drop a
taking
smoke or
significant
walk away.
damage, seeing his edge is also low, though.
I'm gonna make noise then.
Oh my god. That bullet is right around the bend.
Yep, I'm just gonna go talk Sarbies
You
then.
really feel that one just whiz right on by.
Oh, here we
That
go.
would
Oh,
jolt me,
Sarbies
bro.
right
I
here, waiting
cannot
for tap.
lie.
Start walking at me on top, but
And as soon as that smoke is gone, how long will he commit to this position? I really do wonder. Is he just going to chill here all around? I mean, if he gets hard pre-fired, he's just a dead man. That Desert Eagle's going to ream him. And from that point forward,
gotta see
it's
me.
all the way back and around. 106
Hooray!
for the SMG. And
Those
like
Deagle, they should have buy.
one bullet left.
Throw your MP9 out and just upgrade.
Maximum state security prison
I
buzzer
think.
is that? What you mean?
They're on AKs. No?
That's the wrong buzzer. You ever hear that? That's
Okay.
the wrong buzzer. You got the
Go for
correct.
it.
It's like ding. That's the like wrong. Like incorrect, not correct, false.
Booking lane.
Was it too loud, bro?
On my lane, someone just pooping.
I have it like so quiet. Get those sensitive ears. I could turn it down for you.
Yeah, smoke or just. Oh.
The way you
That's
turn me
buddy.
up. Fire me up right now if they get this bomb planter inside of the smoke. Who actually gets off of it? They kind of needed that money low key. And Edge gets his boys back, thankfully. Yeah, he was just mag dumping in that smoke, bro.
Hit them both with that nade, by the way.
I just sailed that bitch in there, bro. I did 69 and 2. To
Little
him, bro.
airmail.
I think the nade bounced off his face.
Little airmail.
Drop retake flash.
Yep.
I don't know if they know a lineup for a molly, but they threw one last round that looked pretty damn good.
Yep.
Again,
Fuck
Edge
that.
gets in this corner cubby, and again, Fusion tries to play supportively. That is like the third team flash,
Give me
maybe
the
the
retake
fourth that
flash.
Fusion has sent his teammates way all damn
Heavy
game.
lane on timing. Yeah, I heard.
Bro, that's
I'm gonna
wicked.
flash through the gate right now. Flashing.
There it goes. That's the best of them. It catches the second teammate super blind, and he kills him on that last bullet. Another replay-worthy moment from Edge.
Oh, through the gate right now. Flashing.
There it goes. That's the best of them. It catches the second teammate super blind, and he kills him on that.
Shit.
One clip, baby. One clip. That's
Yeah,
that Edge
look at-
double
can we-
kill. Nothing
here.
funny about that.
Oh,
They're looking to
gaslighting.
close on a win where they have not found themselves in a long
Back starties. I'm gonna go recode this
long
fucking Bob, 'cause I think he's,
while.
window. If
guys.
you play behind the register, it's an awkward angle.
I can't move.
Edge
Oh,
is
he's going top
tucked.
steps.
GB's on the
Fuck, that was
left,
troll comp.
and very loud as Trick this entire time
already
has he
through.
been. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to try and pull between the two. Thought that he was deeper into the site than he actually was, and that swing was gonna work. It was in fact not.
Yeah, we just. What are we saying? Go back to our roots, bro.
Go back to our roots.
Oh, Starbucks. Christmas.
Starbucks Christmas. These words are just in one ear and out the other for commentator Taylor Jr.
Oh, that molly hit him a little bit. Hold on.
Ooh, that lineup could be mean. Ooh, that also could have been pretty mean. Deep
Yep. I'm trying to smoke. Gate.
Edge's
Hold on.
position. A flash to his face, and he would be absolutely
Lane for
beamed.
short,
But
lane for
there
short.
are going to
Hold on,
be a
this
bit.
one's
There's a
in front of the fight,
split
yeah.
actually, and their smoke is gapped. That CT smoke is
wait for
not
spam.
good. Fusion can see
Hold on,
around it.
up.
Flashing
Don't show
side.
yourself the sight. Don't show yourself the sight. Just watch gate. Watch gate. Focus gate.
Yeah, focus on one angle or the other, dude. Got to start to calm it. Another deep smoke. But
Lane dead.
Fusion's
I
got
think he's
his.
castle. Not gonna lie. Not confirmed though. Just stay tucked stairs, please.
And Fusion, oh, he's so
the fuck
red.
out of
He's so red, yeah.
Just walk open.
He can walk
Knows
through
how low
starties.
he
Yeah.
is.
No, he's
Make
not.
sure his
He's
teammate
castle.
knows how to play off of his life, or at least
He's
hopes that he
free
does, and the dink is in, and they get their win. It wasn't a 9-0.
You said I couldn't get five
It
fucking
wasn't a
kills?
wipe.
Fuck you.
It wasn't a golden
Is
gun,
he
and
talking
Edge
to me?
is spitting game on the people who thought he wasn't
Hold
going
on.
to be able to hit 5 kills. Nuts. Were you to believe that that would ever be the case? I like that heat you brought at the end there, talking about the 5 kill betters, the stakers who think that you're not going to be able to hit that. You find to be insane, and so do I. Look,
Hey.
guys, you won. You did
What's up,
it.
bro?
Are we back?
Yeah, I know we fucking did it. There was never a fucking doubt, bro.
Are
Let
we-
me be
are we-
very clear.
Are we back?
Yeah,
Been here.
bad dude. There's never been a. Let me seriously.
Let me be clear.
Shout out all my fucking haters. You're all below me.
I'm gonna put the guy on. You're gonna see the face of the man who's saying that to you right now, haters. Just,
Hold on.
just
Can
be
I
aware.
play? Can I play Hose Mad? Or is that-
I don't know if I'll hear it. Will I hear it?
I don't know. It's a minute behind.
Oh, I'm not on your stream. I'm putting your little player card up on the side here. Look, check it out.
Sorry, I have too much aura right now.
There he is. There's our winner. Talk to me a little bit about that map in particular, because Edge, you were pulling away with clutch after clutch, it felt like, and at some point there, it was double kills that were almost necessary to bring you over the line. Did it feel like that at some point in the game?
Sometimes you just gotta start shooting and just keep shooting.
That's true.
Really all you can do in Wingman, man. Like, you can't go for the 2-on-1 like retakes or post plans. Like,
Right.
You gotta go get yours.
And you did, and you definitely did. Fusion with no lack of support there, as the ends of the first half definitely saw him start to step up and come to life. And, you know, Mr. IGL, I mean, you were making the calls too. You were really giving us reason to believe. There was a good timing to where you were making sure that you and Edge both kind of knew what you needed to do in order to maximize your possibility of success. So talk to me a little bit about calling on Memento as a map in particular.
Calling him a Memento? Well, honestly, I don't want to give out too much, but I feel like it's pretty obvious that just doubling up SpongeBob every round is just so free on CT. I think if you play towards Starbucks, you're just giving Zakat, which is absolutely a waste of your time. On the T side, it's a little more. I don't know. I just felt like there was one round where I just go out the window and I just absolutely fucking wax Trick it was insane. Like sometimes it's just go for the quick opener. I think you have a little more variety on the T side, and I think Memento is one of the ones that like leans a little more heavy CT sided. I think Assembly is very like 50-50, Brewery is very 50-50, but like Memento, that doubling up SpongeBob is just so strong. It's not even funny.
Yeah, no, I do concur. I think that is an interesting call out that you've given it and labeled it just as well. SpongeBob, that's something that I think only you could probably have come up with. These call outs are definitely very fusion pilled. So let's move on into a little bit maybe of a biased territory for you guys, but the next game being Kaker and Classic against Dkrad and Laiku. How are we feeling about that one if you were to give me a little bit of a premonition as to what's to come in game 2 before you close out on your night?
I'm always hate watching Kaker, bro.
Kaker to drop.
I think
one
Kaker's
kill.
gonna lose. Kaker to drop 1 kill and lose 9-1.
Kaker to drop 1 kill and lose 9-1. Okay.
Purely out
Edge.
of hate.
Are you
Purely out of hate. He was hate
fueled by
watching
it,
us on
some would
land
say.
this weekend.
Some would say
Dude,
fueled by it.
yo, hold on, that is insane. Hold on, that's ball knowledge.
That's
No,
pretty good.
but no, Kaker was hate watching us on land this weekend, so now I'd love to see him get smacked around a little bit.
I don't know what
Actually,
happened.
I don't know. We lost in league tonight, but we got our get back. So actually, hopefully they get theirs. But
I don't know what happened
we're
with
all
the team
teammates,
dynamics
Tony.
since Clev, Toast, and Why Not departed
Oh,
from,
dude, we're
from,
just
that,
hating,
from that
bro.
roster, but now it is just fueled
sweet.
by hate, man. Something about that core rotten to it, bro. So, all right, we got the next game on in just a few moments, guys. As mentioned, Kaker and Dkrad. We're going to talk about those stats as well as get their interviews in, but I want to thank both Fusion and Edge, not only for giving us the winner's interview, but giving us a reason to damn believe in the 16th seed. We got to see you guys start to swing as heavy as you did.
You were
and as hard as you
16th
did
again?
there. You were before this game. I don't know
Fuck.
if that's changed, but we'll see. We'll find out in good time.
dude, we
But
gotta lock in so hard.
it's time. It's time now or never.
Oh.
All right, guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
right. Oh, good song, by the way.
6-7.
Have a good
6-7.
night, twin.
Okay.
6-7, 6-7, 6-7. 6-7.
Disconnect that guy, bro. I kicked him from my Discord, bro. He can't hang. He cannot hang with us anymore, chat. Who brought this guy? Who brought this guy to my house, bro? Jarvis, freaky mode activated. Jarvis, activate freaky mode. Should I bet my house on the Huz? Probably not, dude. That's probably betting. Staking your house is probably not a good in any context, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Who will win? Kaker and Classic is where people are feeling the pain, but let's be 100% for real. Let's lock in with the fact that they've already played. There was a loss for Kaker and Classic against Dkrad and Laiku. This happened before. This has gone down. It's a rerun, if you will. That last time they had played, it was on Brewery. Tonight, guys, guess where they're playing? It's Brewery. They get the host advantage as well, Dkrad and Laiku. So coming into this one, they're going to have everything as far as their ideal scenario perfectly placed for them to be able to say that they should win out on this game. This is the 100% win rate scenario for them. If there were ever to be a better place, they're looking to recreate that same victory tonight. So let's just assess some of these other factors as well. Let's talk a little bit about the first blood. Something where Kaker and Classic have been pretty damn good at. I think 48% is a solid number to run by. It's not exactly the perfect place, but for those of you who know ball, for those of you who have been here for the Dkrad Laiku matchups, I think Laiku is definitely one of the sleeper picks for the first blood. Very, very regularly will she upset in games against very much so higher ranked teams and find that first blood for them. So if you are looking to get a little bit spicy with your picks, that would be one that you could curveball in and maybe get a little bit lucky with. But it's all skill, no luck when it comes to Laiku in those moments. She's the one putting pen to paper, crosshair to head, and finishing the kills required for that to be the case. But it's a bit of a issue when you look at the scoreline right now as far as losses for Dkrad and Laiku hitting 12, but they've started to slowly but surely stake together some victories, start to really give themselves a fighting chance in this season, in this second half of the season. Week 5, might I remind you, as we enter day 2 out of 9 weeks total. Playoffs about a month away. That's going to be an exciting mark. And I'm sure that you won't want to miss that because we are thinning the herd little by little, guys, day by day, as it doesn't really seem to matter just how much you give. It's how much you take in these games, because Kaker and Classic could take themselves up one notch further beyond from rank 7 to 6. Wait, that's okay. Good. I didn't say the thing. I didn't say the thing. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. all kidding aside. These guys in chat having staked, what do we got? What do you guys got going? What do you guys got cooking? 9-7 for Caker Classic. 9-7 for Decrad Laiku too. Okay. You guys are on something for real. You guys are on a track. Decrad for the first blood? Who's going nuts right now? No offense to Decrad, but she is not the engager. She is not the initiator. She's not the one taking those first duels, let alone giving herself as many chances as Laiku. But I mean, to each their own. A 5.49 spread split for the first blood for Laiku right now would be something that I would be jumping on with a couple of bucks and seeing how I look. A $5 stake even, that's something that you could be making away like a bandit with. Talk about maybe even like $6 to $10. And you might be on for something super serious. 9 kills or above for Caker. That's the POV that we're going to be watching tonight, chat, just so you are aware. That's who we're going to be sticking with for a majority of this matchup. Let's get into the conversation points. Caker and Classic, we got some hate watchers out there, and they're your own kind. It was Fusion in the post-game interview for their last game, which they had won. They said that they're looking for a 1-kill Caker match, 9-1 defeat. How do you respond to that?
Tell that dumbass to shut up.
Tell that dumbass to shut up. Well, I will make sure I'll do that in the next interview that I get him for. I'll tell you that. So, guys, it's going to be a rematch for you. Same map, same team. Will it be the same outcome here on Brewery tonight? How comfortable, pardon me, are we feeling coming into it?
We're, feeling confident as ever. Just went to an OT in our league match. Unfortunately, did not come in the W for that, but we got to get 1 W on the night. So we're going to look to get it here.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about getting your 1W on, this would be a good place to do it. I mean, how comfortable are you on Brewery now, having already clashed, like I mentioned, and lost? Do you think that this one is going to be a tight affair? If you were to give me a little bit of a scoreline prediction, just one round, coming down to it, do you think that this one is going to be a barn burner, or are you feeling like you're coming into this one with an electric fire?
It's going to be... I'm going 9-4. That's my guess.
9-4. Classic, you in that same camp?
Yeah, I would say 9-5, but don't be surprised if we see a 9-6 or 7.
Okay. We're going to be interviewing Caker for the rest of that. Okay. Cool. Caker, so we were talking a little bit about the last match you guys had, a league match, where honestly Fusion and Edge came in with a little bit of a fire beneath them in that last game, just coming into the game saying, quote unquote, I came in to shoot the effing gun. Are you feeling that same kind of energy now after having lost in an overtime affair? Again, you're just trying to get these wins under your belt and say that you got them? Yeah,
100%. 100%. Got to get them wins when we can, And obviously losing in the league match, gonna put some fire under our butts.
For sure. Any words for the fans on that front? How you're feeling on the rest of this season? We're at the midway point.
I'll tell everyone we're not afraid of anyone. We can beat anyone. I think we have the talent to do that. So just keep an eye out. We'll be showing some upsets throughout the season, especially against the bigger teams.
All right, well, this is a good place for you to start to make that story one of your own design, one of your own making. Would be an already number 7 placement moved up potentially to 6, and that is no joke. No joke there. Just 7-6. We're going to see whether or not you can push yourselves even further to your limits in just a bit. Maybe the winner's interview will be calling your name, but we'll see if that is the case. Good luck.
Thank you, Tony.
That's Caker, for ladies and gentlemen. And we've got Decrad and Laiku. We've got another duo who has honestly and truthfully been tearing it up as of recently. It's been pretty impressive to see the return to form for a lot of rosters, and honestly and truthfully a little bit of a fall from grace from others. So first and foremost, how are we feeling tonight physically? Are we ready? Are we awake? Are we alive? What's the vibe?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Love that. Love to see. I mean, talking about some other teams where I think you would be mistaken to say inconsistencies for win-loss, win-loss. I think for you, looking at these last 5 games, seeing 3 in the green and 2 in the red is actually a great sign of consistency to come in due time with these wins that you start to snowball. You've played this team before already. This is one of them on this map. You have the host advantage as well. All of the factors are looking to recreate that same game. So how comfortable are you coming into this match with that being the case, with already having a Brewery victory under your belt?
Definitely pretty confident, especially since, yeah, we just played them the other day on the same map and same situation. So definitely feeling pretty good.
Do you have anything in particular that you're going to be looking back on in that game that maybe wasn't going so well to try and rectify, that you're going to, you know, obviously put the same level forwards in what was working well enough? Is there something on this map that you maybe noticed was lacking, perhaps?
I would say like holding flanks. I feel like they flank pretty quick. Sometimes we get our timing off and aren't watching for that, so that would be the main thing for me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is definitely something on this map that can get away from you. It can be a little bit of elusive moments in that game where you're maybe holding for them to go for a jump up on the left side, a swing fast in through the middle, and sometimes it just slips your brain for a second that they might have been hitting that boost. And these things happen regularly, I think, even from that team, like you mentioned. That was one of the kryptonites that they had faced from other rosters too. So let's talk about the scoreline for this one as far as you may believe it to be, because they think it's going to be a little less close than last time and a win in their favor. But honestly and truthfully, just going based on history right now, I think this one is going to be a longer game, and I have to give the recency bias over to you two.
I think we're gonna win again, but I think the score is gonna be less close.
Less
Like 9-5,
close.
9-6 maybe.
Okay.
Not by a lot, but a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to see it. I'm down to see another brewery game. Hopefully, bang on the money are these predictions for you guys. If you do look to stamp out the number 7 seed and climb your way up through the leaderboards, we'll see if you can do so. Good luck to you on brewery, and maybe we'll see you for another winners interview in a bit.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tony.
100%. Always. We're going to be starting momentarily. If you guys do want to switch at the halftime, just ask. I'm always here. I'm always reading the chat. I'm always watching what you guys want to do. If you want to switch to another spot, I will be definitely down to oblige. But for that first half of the game, at the very least, we're going to stick with Caker. We want to see if you can hit that 9 kill count, which is the stake in which people are going to be putting their money on the line for. Have some consideration, bro. I think I'm going for like a 9 to... This might be a golden gun, dude. I think like a 9 to 7 either way, 9 to 8. But I mean, they won last time, so I have to be comfortable in the fact that they've already done it. They've been there in these same shoes and trying to recreate the same circumstances. They've been given everything they could want and more. So I'm thinking like a 9-7 to 9-8 either way, but I'm still going to slightly lean D-Crad. The Bay Harbor Caker. I love Tony. I love you, random citizen. A lot of chatting going on from you guys tonight and keeping yourselves occupied and in it. Our Twitch chat popping too. It's pretty tight. Love to hear that and see that. And you guys get to see the awesome Caker POV, which I hope is going to have his monitor tilt visible to the world. It's kind of on screen, so you'll get to see that. What's up, JJ? What's good? Caught you in that stream earlier on for COD, bro. You guys definitely migrating over from game to game. Trabby in the chat. Some of these songs, bro, it's getting stuck in my head, these stupid taglines. I had to outright mute one of the musicians that were on this. Who was it? Who's that bum? Menno on the beat, because he just goes Menno on the beat. Here, wait, listen. You asked us not to play this artist. I'll ask you not to play him again after. Listen to this. He goes like 8 times. It's garbage. Menno, the producer. And it just plays it again. Ready?
Menno, the producer.
Bro. And now he's getting muted again. Absolute bot. Don't play this artist. Back to the goats. Oh my god, Caucasian baller even popping out, showing what's up. Regulars on the daily popping out for the CS2 stakes. Where are the top stalkers, bro? Yo, pause. The top stalkers? Who are the top stalkers in chat? Let me know so I can avoid your ass at all costs. Yikes. We'll check on some of the top stakes that have been won tonight after this game, when all of these games have been updated on that side of the client, because they've not yet been done, and it's going to take a little bit more time for my end to get that much. Classic seems to remember how they like to play their T side, so let's get a look in. I just want to watch. Chill, super chill. Welcome on in. We got this right side being held by Kaker. He can get here and see the T's before they can see him, but it's a matter of getting up that's a little more awkward for the defense. They're going to need to make themselves a bit more of an easy target. Almost instantaneous on that plant. Classic's going to walk it on by to try and get aggressive as Kaker on the next side has no support. It was Classic who was forced off of his angle in his position, and now it's he who has to find the clutch. It is going to be Decrad who finds that opening pick. It's that first blood for whoever found that. I was doubting you. I was hitting you with a little bit of a question mark for that stake, but look, you made out big, or at least relatively speaking. I got this new Celsius, chat. Every night I got a new one, it feels like. I got the sparkling Fuji apple pear. Pretty delicious, if I do say so myself. Laiku with a fully automatic rifle against an unarmored opponent should be winning that fight every day of the week. And Kaker, I mean, he finds a Desert Eagle, but what is that really going to do for him? It should not matter all that much. The planter gets Goomba stomped by Decrad, who goes up and above the box, catches the frag, sees no kills procured for either Kaker or Classic. And now they've got their weapons. Now they've got their rifles. They were never going to win with just USPs, so this is the time to come alive. This is the time to make it happen. That molly stops them from getting any farther ahead. That nade bounces perfectly to Kaker's skull, and it's an easy kill after that point. Trying the HE strat. But getting shot in the back by Laiku, who's clearing the corners before they even go for the digit punch. That is how it should be done. Hitting that Michelob Ultra? Ooh, that's got to be going nice right about now. I'd kill for a Mickey. But it's time to go to work, brother. Deagle, same spot. Hasn't worked for Kaker just yet. They seem to have his number. Classic maybe take his timing. They did just turn their backs away on Deathcam, so maybe a freebie, but this is going to need to be the first of them before the bomb is planted. Laiku has just enough time and reaction to get off. Beer so ass. Listen, to each their own, bro. To each their own. What's your poison, Dill? Pick your poison. What's your go-to? Molly already having proven good for Kaker. It's worked one time over. May as well rip it again. And now Kaker looking to tuck. Not really a great position to be if Classic's not also holding for him. So once that mid smoke fades, Kaker's going to have to look inward. And once he gets caught off guard, Classic is in between a rock and a hard place. One bullet and he's dead. It is the double kill. That's not the right sound effect. The fart was not supposed to be let out. That slipped. Sorry, chat. Excuse me. Don't switch POVs, Tony Montana. I'll switch it to half if we want to switch. But right now, it is getting kind of ripped apart by the girls. I said, listen, you guys didn't believe me. I was coming into this one favoring the girls. They've already done it once before. Who's to say that they weren't going to be able to do it again? And they said that they've got themselves a better read on how to actually play out these situations and a better handle on it as well. Look at that. Decrad playing for flanks, expecting them to hit that timing, trying to walk through on moments, and that's exactly what happens. We locked in Koa, bro. These graphics you made. Mwah, chef's friggin' kiss, dude. I appreciate them. I hope you like the little spin that I put on a couple of them. I actually have to update this one now that you join in. I appreciate you for making me remember. I'm gonna have to update that for next game. But you're the GOAT. Nobody even noticed, bro. Nobody even noticed. And right now, at this point in time, they're looking to get their first round, and it's a little bit late. It's not too late, but it's a little bit late in general. I mean, getting a 6-2 half, that's doable. That's something. They can do something with it, but it's not going to be a pretty sight. They got to stick together right now, Kaker and Classic, because Buddy is low. Buddy is low. And that's putting it lightly. The tap onto the bomb gone into the full stick. The smoke will be only exposed for mere seconds. And after they get through, we get seconds to try and find them. You killed them already, Kaker. They're all dead. Bro didn't even realize.
Let's go. Let's go 4. Or let's get 2. Fuck.
Get away from me is crazy. Get away from me. That's funny. In an online chat, I love the get away from me. Stay back, bro. Stay back, bro. Arms length. Hop off. I'm not sure what Kaker can really do about this one, to be honest with you. If he, honest and truthfully, chat, listen, let's get analytical for a moment, honestly, because I know that a lot of the time we're going silly, we're going haha, but let me educate you on something for a moment. In Counter-Strike, this game is about conditioning, and conditioning in Counter-Strike means that you do the same thing over and over again to make sure that your opponents know that if the same thing doesn't happen, that something is up, but also it might open up opportunities for you to catch your opponents off guard, because when you break the condition, that means that you can actually make something of a play, right? So in this game, Kaker has conditioned that Molotov, and he's conditioned the fact that they've left the left side of the map open. They've not boosted even one time. And right now, it feels like this conditioning is actually just letting Lyku and Dkrad sit on their hands. They don't have to make any moves because they know exactly what Kaker and Classic are getting up to based on how they operated for the entirety of this CT side thus far. So, knowledge bomb on you. That's how Counter-Strike works, and right now, they're playing the conditioning, and it really isn't working. See, this is a change-up that we haven't yet seen, and that's what catches them off guard. Like you looking to clear the corner as best as they can, Kaker is remaining active, he's remaining mobile, he's remaining moving, and he finds that kill with ease, and honest and truthfully, for Dkrad to do a damn thing about this round, she's going to need to isolate them in a way that's just not possible unless she pulls off an insane comeback of kills with 10 seconds left. That's it. As done. Smoke to the site, swing on in, and Classic and Kaker have both covers crossed. That is a better change-up that we'd not yet seen until it was just at the end lines. They're not dead, but they are holding their jugular right now, Lyku and Dkrad. They are keeping them absolutely without breath. Kind of like me. But finally they get something moving. Finally they push the needle. JJ, chill. You crazy, bro. Like 90% of the people in this league are friends, so like regular human beings are. You know what I mean?
Ready?
I know you're joking though.
2, 3.
Swing on forward. Oh wait, like it was playing down low, and Kaker finds them both on just changing crosshair placement from high to low, from left to right. The center stage is taken, and Kaker kills them all. Joking though.
2, 3.
Swing on forward. Oh wait, like it was playing down low, and Kaker finds them both on. I know you're trolling, bro. I know you're trolling. Switch POV. All right, whose POV do you want to watch, bro? Whose POV do you want to watch?
On. Let's group.
I could smoke site.
Go for it.
Smoke to the site now. Kaker's looking to get onto it. Spam could be meaty. Classic holding for his teammate to get the plant off. Isn't going to be easy unless he can also hold the window. Or are they going to go for their clears first? Actually, they switch change things up. We're going to go to Lyku's POV after this round. I got you guys.
Can't boost.
But sorry, no money trill. Majority rules. And this would be a very easy conversion, guys. Second round after you win pistol is the easiest round to win. That should be the bread and butter of Counter-Strike. Unless Dkrad has something insane to pull off in this moment where a tap comes through and Classic's yet to fully show themselves, and that not on the bomb. Yeah, Classic can just play a game of peekaboo right now. Just stay alive. And that's going to be around the pillar they play. Let's switch over to Lyku's POV, shall we? I got quick I did that, bro. Damn, I'm quick. Sorry, no money trill, bro. Listen, I know you're important, bro. You're important, but the world turns and I gotta be there to turn with it. Lyku and Dkrad now had a 6-2 at the half. and are now looking to get closed in upon by early damage on the pre-fire. It's an easy one to line up if you know the common angles, and languor is on one. That HE might have been a solid one. Now Kaker and Classic just wait out the smokes and utility, and it's going to be the girls who need to make their reactionary play.
I'm walking under. One's on site.
Nade just misses the mark. It could have been actually killed, to be honest. And this just sees eventually the smoke hit the floor. I don't really know, man. This is getting bothersome. Languor playing a little bit more scared because obviously she doesn't want to just get one bulleted. She doesn't want to get one shot. And the plant is off and out. They heard a player deep on the right side of the map. Classic gives up his position and it doesn't seem to matter. It's Decrad, who has been here before, but now allowed. Need to just go full sprint. Need to get a move on. There's no time to waste anymore. Smoke to that bomb. Trying to get high. Trying to get an elevated angle and vision onto both players' positions. The window is where Kaker is planted. 10 toes down, and they get their 5th round.
And by the time I added it, it just like sell out, and it just kept happening. So I just gave up, and I just traded up like the reds I already had. And then
Can we just stay together?
and then
What's
I
the
just-
change up?
I got a butterfly bright.
Decrad seemingly trying to communicate as best she can as to what she wants to operate under now.
Are you pushing?
A pistol.
No, one's left.
Languor is pretty deep in enemy territory at this point. And that molly is already just gone and subsided. My Jesus God, dude. Chat, that actually just scared the ever-living shit out of me. Oh my God. No whiffs, but tie game 6-0 to 6-6. They run it back on that second half. It looks like is more favorable. The T side is able to really roll it. A taste of their own medicine. But now it's time where they have rifles to really close it. They got to finish the job. Calm down, guys. Calm down. It's not over. But it very well may be an aggressive moment to turn on. Molly. That'll stop them for a little bit there. Nothing too crazy. Then she can focus on the left and hold their own and finish both frags, not leaving her post. Languor turns back and face and thinks that something isn't right, and she would be damn correct in finally finding them their victory. Double kills were her forte on this map the last time that they had won. She was a win condition, and Decrad is giving a really good run for this match, to be honest with you, so Languor turning up is going to be important.
I sold it all for like 5,000, so I didn't like lose much, and I only had like a bit left. And it was worth like 1,200.
Classic somehow finding a shot through the wall. My 1v1 me app just like absolutely crashed. We back. And trying to find the same player on the same stage. Classic turns back and expects there to be a timing.
It's like technically.
Are we looking for a golden gun right now? Are we looking at a golden gun?
So like I lost 600, but then like I didn't like really lose because I like.
This is something nuts. Switch back to Kaker.
That makes sense.
I got you. Back to Kaker. Like, I'm a man of the people. Ask and you shall receive.
You think so? I think so. I might be wrong though.
A little bit more locked in are Kaker and Classic right now, though, I do have to say. Unfortunately, it did seem like Languor was a little bit more out of it, reading the chat on her own stream more so than paying attention to this match and trying to find a solution. Classic and Kaker nose to monitor right now, quite literally. I mean, look at that. But Decrad's still a winner in Hair Duel, 1 versus 1. 13 health for Classic. Listen, if there was a flash stake for this right now, this would be one for the century. Trying to pull any sort of a rotation out of Decrad right now. Tony, what did I come back to? Listen, Kirk's third leg, you came back to something miraculous because we're going on something wicked. How can I explain this app to my Jamaican parents? Do your Jamaican parents know what gambling is? Just say gambling. Just say sports gambling. There you go. And like I said, 13 HP, man. That's one where Classic needs to get that kill almost instantaneously. He doesn't really have any time to waste. D-Crad could sneeze on him and he would go down.
Yeah, no, just watch for the boost. Don't even going down there's like low-key a death trap.
What the hell is going on? I hear something like screaming in my mom's room.
One by me.
There's like an ad for Ozempic going on from
Pushed up.
something through the wall. Well, I said that this one was going to be a longer one. I predicted this was going to be one that went either 9-7 or 9-8, and I was also favoring Laiku and Decrad, and right now I'm feeling like I'm pretty justified in that thought process and on that line. It feels like this one has gotten just to where it needs to be for them to be the best that they have to. I mean, Classic, he's going to be spamming inside of the smoke and finds Laiku.
One more there.
He found it. I can't believe that.
Bottom.
Because the last of them could have been inside that smoke this whole time. They could have been boosted early. Another spam. Now they know. They're 100% certain as to where the last of the CTs are coming from. They're going to play with one another and trying to get that bomb planted before that smoke is faded. Flash over high. No swing into the site. No peek on through. And again, 55 HP. Kaker is a softer of the two targets. Flash might delay them for split seconds, but that might not be enough for the round, and it's certainly not going to be enough to keep them away from the Golden Gun.
They double push
The
right.
Golden Gun team. We've seen a million.
Want a boost?
And we're back with another. We're back with another.
Push like right away. I'm gonna
They
touch
never
it,
seem to cease.
and then I'll flank.
I usually end up playing the NFL music, but I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm joking. We're playing it. It's the Golden Gun. It's the 8-8. This game down to the wire. You have determined and decided no better way. This is a rematch of the century. Kaker and Classic have so much to prove as far as being a contender for the top side playoff. They need this win. They need to be able to say that they can shut out Laiku and D-Crad here, that they can complete the comeback that they have worked so damn hard for. What was it all for, if not this moment? If not this round, if not the Golden Gun? Let's get it. Running back into the center of this site. Both double left, very loud. They cut that sound. They go quiet. And now I'll turn it off. So loud, really? Is it that loud? Oh my god. I turned it so quiet, bro. I turned it off. But we got
On left side side.
a low HP Kaker. He's here. He's here. But now he's going to try and walk around them. I mean, honestly, on 10 HP, you got to make a move. You got to be the one, but I think he's being held. I think that they're waiting for it. He jumps the gun, but he's just going to be able to send a bullet through the grate. That is absurd, bro. They're going to run it in
Might tap.
right on top of that center site.
Hold on, coming here.
Looking for you.
And now to Tuck. Classic's got to play trade if they just go hard swinging. 10 HP, one bullet would be the difference, and they will find it. The spam is all they need. 9, 2, 8.
Fuck, I don't think we've lost.
I can breathe. I can breathe, bro. Ooh. Chat, my heart. Can't even. These Golden Guns get me every time. Winner's interview from Kaker and Classic. Let's get him on in here. All right, you ready to behave, bro?
I'm sorry, bro.
All right, well, you're getting one more chance, all right? You're getting one more chance.
I didn't know it was a banned term.
It's all good. It's all good. I know you didn't know.
It was all in good fun, bro.
Bro, it's all right. I forgive you. All right, we're here. It's the winner's interview, like I mentioned. We are right on top of things, and we get to the end of days where you guys were starting to look a little bit shaky at the start. It was looking a little bit wild and wicked, but you turned it right about. You found a 6-0 beginning to where you pulled it all the way back. I mean, very, very well done. Talk to me a little bit about what you think you needed coming into that T side in order to make it happen.
I mean, I told Kaker right when we started T-side, you know, no disrespect to the players on the other side of the server, but we're better than them, right? So let's stop taking fights, or like, you know, like letting them bring the fights to us. Let's start bringing the fights to them. And it showed on our T-side.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely the case. I only got so much time, unfortunately, before I do have to jump into that next game, though, so I do have to keep it short and sweet. Got about 7 minutes left on staking for that one, but congratulations to you. Big win and a victory. You turn back on revenge to the girls, and you look to move forward on your season, trudging along where you were placed at 7th. You might have moved up, who knows, but I appreciate you stopping in and talking
like,
to me.
We're like 6th or 7th now?
You're like 6th, probably.
Or 7th.
Yeah, but like more likely you're probably 6th, though.
Well, right now we're 7th.
Yes,
but
we
right
could be
now
in
you're
6 or
7. Yeah, so you're like 7 or 6.
So like 6 or 7, yeah.
7 or 6. Yeah. All right.
6, 7.
All right. Yeah. Get out. All right. We got Louis. We got Wumbo. What's going on, guys? We just got out of a golden gun, pardon me, and it was a nail biter, bro. Do you find yourself pulling me that long in this game? How far do you see the Shane and Slump affair going for?
It might be a pretty close game.
Wumbo, you feeling that energy too?
No, I think we're gonna win like 9-3.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair enough. I think that this is a little bit of a difference in energy with about 6 minutes to talk about it between you and the other crew. I mean, it has been an interesting season where I feel like I'm still getting more and more surprises as we go along from you guys in particular too. I'm very excited to see what you can put on the table. Wumbo, we're going for that double feature and watching you again tonight to see what you've got in front for us. But
Again.
yeah, yep. It's been a little bit inconsistent from you guys. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. It seems like a little bit of a back and forth, but as long as the wins are coming in, then honestly, no great problem it feels like for you. So talk to me about Shane and Slump as a specific target for you two, because you've not, I don't believe I've seen a head-to-head from you guys yet, and they're the season number 1.
Yeah, we definitely haven't played each other yet. I don't know how they play Wingman, so I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously no doubt going to be the season's favorites, I think, at this stage, and for good reason with all the wins that they've been able to put under their belt. But you too are starting to skyrocket and show what you're made of. So a little bit about this map in particular, as well as we talk to the stakers and give them a good idea as to where you stand on this one. It is going to be a turn onto Rooftop. This one is one of their favorites. This is one of their home turf maps, I will say. How do you feel as far as comfortability on the Rooftop is concerned? Do you feel like you're stable, or are you falling off the side?
I feel like we're stable. I feel like that's like really good aim tool map, just with like that right side open space. So I think Wumbo will have a nice little heyday.
Yeah, all right, okay. We're talking about the Wumbo Heyday, the super setup. We've seen some slugfests coming out recently, so give me a scoreline prediction, Wumbo, if you're the guy who's coming into this one with all the eyes on you, not to put all the pressure there, but you know, actually, that is exactly what I mean to do. I'm putting all the pressure on you, so what do you think?
I say 9-3.
9-3. Okay, Wumbo with one of the most serious faces I've seen on any of the players' cards, honest and truthfully. In this one, you can see that he means business now. It's getting to that point of the season. We're 10-5. I mean, you guys are starting to really climb. So we'll see if you can make that next step into the next stage, maybe number 4 in that ranking on the leaderboards. But only time will tell. Good luck to you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sirs. Louis and Wumbo. I know that we've got some Louis and Wumbo fans, so make sure you get yourselves loud and proud for them and support as we do go into this next matchup. But I do wonder how many of you are on the Shane and the Slump side of things too. I wonder how many of you feel like they are bringing their A game.
Yeah.
Am I interrupting? I don't mean to cut you guys off. That'd be rude of me.
It's fine.
Okay, well, either way, we got a Rooftop extravaganza to go for. This is like the Shane and Slump Central, man. A lot of teams are fearing this one. There's the demo review team to watch on this one in particular would be you guys. And I mean, I guess that goes without saying as you're number 1 in the season on all maps at any map. But talking about this game in particular, I don't think that you guys have played Wumbo and Louie yet. And to be honest with you, I don't think that you will have played very many teams that are going to be able to put up the same level of firepower as them either just yet. So coming into this matchup, do you have any expectations for how long or how short this one should be? Do you feel like you should be stamping them out, no problem, no questions asked?
I don't know. It just kind of depends.
What on?
Completely depends. Sometimes games are way harder than they should be. Exactly.
Yeah, I do like the way that sounds. It's definitely true. Every game can be a little bit of a variety, especially in the 2 versus 2 zone of things. But you know, going into the Rooftop, as mentioned, it's one of your bread and butter maps. And talk to me, I guess, about your play style on this one in particular. Outside of knowing nades, what's most important for you as far as keeping yourself safe and comfortable in your fights?
I don't even know how to answer that. We just kind of gotta peek off each other. The map's really simple, so.
Very,
it's easy to
very,
play.
very
coordinated.
communicative. Okay,
Yeah.
coordinated. I like that. That's definitely a good way to be. And talk to me about a score line that you may be predicting for this one, because, you know, it might be crazy. It might be a tighter game just based on the fact that these things do happen, like you mentioned. But at the same time, I want to be a believer in you guys, and I want to see you have a little bit of that confidence too, if I'm being honest with you.
9-3.
9-3. They said the same thing.
9-5.
They said 9-3 as well, actually. So, slump a little bit deeper in the score line there, giving them a little bit more credence, but still very confident with a 4-round gap. We'll see if you can make that happen. But, gentlemen, I wish you luck. This one's going to be a banger, in my opinion. Probably the game of the night for my money, so I hope that you bring that to us.
I hope so, too. Thank you very much.
No worries. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Maybe that was a premonition of things to come. Who knows? Chat, what are we thinking? I'm not really understanding how I'm gonna brain my way through this one, finding the finish. This might be a close one. Who's the host? The host is gonna be Louis and Wumbo. Well, one of Louis and Wumbo are going to host the server. To be a more accurate, a golden gun, so says JJ. That's what you're feeling on this one with the staking. Definitely leaning in the favor of Slump and Shane ever so. It's a 1.49 to the 2.2. It's not an absolute landslide, and I think that absolutely that should be the truth. I think that should be the case, that we aren't going to be just blowing through this game. I think that this one should be a closer knit affair of any of them. The golden bullet, so says JJ, actually, around that full-on final finish. I'm not against that. I am not against that at all. Looks like the EasyCast has crashed. Get that restarted so you guys can actually see what's going on in the chat. On screen, so too. For those of you watching on outside services, you know, our Twitter, our YouTube, our Twitch, and obviously thank you to all of our in-app stakers. We've got 14 seconds left until close. Take a look at our biggest winners as of recently, guys. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? How are we winning or losing in some instances? A little bit of a 2-tenner for Nelly. It's a pretty high stake to be able to walk away with that much, though. In all fairness, 10 to 116, though. That's a very different talk. 229. That's from COD. We're all the way back in Call of Duty. These things don't be updating all that regularly for me. It feels like 1 hour ago these last stakes were for, man. It's just not going to cut it. It's just not going to cut it. I need to see it all. Slump make me proud. With Fusion Mist, 500 by 1 point. Bro, so sorry. So sorry. We're on that Wumbo POV tonight, though, guys, as he's the player to watch for the kill count. We're going to switch to him from him at halftime if you want, but you got to let me know, okay? You got to let me know. Move that over there. Just so you guys can see who we're working with here, as well as see the kill feed. That's important. Already, having seen that first blood, Wumbo is an absolute killer, a maniac, mauling the first of them as Shane needs to peek in forward. And first and foremost, it's going to be having to deal with Wumbo before you feel safe. The double kill. The double kill. He rips into them, and he gets an AK-47 thanks to the fact that he had saved all that money up, but he doesn't have head armor, chat, and what that means is that pretty much any gun can actually kill him without that much of a problem. Wumbo might be in for some trouble. He has to be careful. Louis, though, taking first point of contact with the SMG and just getting up close and personal with the first of them. Slump is now down and out for the count, and Shane the last again. I don't foresee there being a lot of a reason for him to believe. Team play. Pop! Should be so free. And now he's got to get head armor, bro. Remember to buy head armor. Please. Oh, no, Louis. Louis, tell him to buy head armor, Louis. Louis, tell him to buy head armor, please, bro. Please. That's going to come back to bite him. It's got to at some point. Player in heaven gonna get mollied out. Clean and easy has it been for this man. Holding for that flank. Look at his camera, bro. He is being absolutely flashbanged by his screen, bro. But he's locked in. His eyes are 100% wired. Louis calls the cube. He's saying back square. He's sitting, waiting, dreaming of a pick. But where's that other guy? Where have they gone off to? It could be anything. As far as Discovery is concerned, he's going to need to get on it. 44 seconds. He's wasted all this time off the clock now before having fully exposed his hand and shown his play. But Shane doesn't need a slump to swing. He can do it on his own. Baits out the peak and gives them their first round big on the big man. Very tall is Shane, for those of you who are unaware. Very, very tall guy. One of the tallest I may have ever seen. I don't think a flashbang can make his monitor any brighter. I don't... Well, actually, that's funny. Let's find out. Let's find out if when he gets flash. Dude, look at it. Look at his face, dude. Oh, I was going to say that the timing might be on, and now Louis needs to turn about face. He had closed the door behind him. It's polite, but it won't get him any rounds. It won't get him any kills. Instead, it'll get him locked into an engagement again.
Sitting hiding, probably like near sight. Probably just both playing crossfire, the same thing again.
Yeah, it's not gonna be done. Flashbang in real life, bro. Blind by the age of 25. Flashbang. Absolutely whited. Corny is fried. Wumbo operating with a Desert Eagle now. Same for Louis. One goes high, one goes low. It's a simple enough strategy, but one that requires them to put bullet to brain, baby. Oh, that's chunky. And that fire, I don't believe, is going to spread. Ooh, but it won't matter.
Oh yeah, it's probably close.
The fully automatic rifles are just as lethal.
He's gonna be so...
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. What's up, Green Grass? Good evening to you.
Yeah, they're probably gonna flank one right this round again. Can you give me one of your flashes?
How is it hanging?
I'm gonna give you bomb.
Yeah.
You can drop it back like here.
The tribes and tribulations to which now Wumbo and Louis are going to have to go through to do any better in this game are going to have to start on the rifles here. That nade just sourced to the right side, but he finishes the kill on the last bullet, clotheslined his slump, pardon me. He was just turning about face. And Louis can finish the job from then on. His teammate had done just enough heavy lifting for him. You want to be a commentator? You're hella funny.
Go right again.
Do I got to be a loyal staker? A loyal stalker? Hey, yo.
Yeah, he's gonna flank right this round.
Loyal stalker, bro. You got to get past that. I don't think with comments like that, I don't think you can ever be. Unfortunately, no stalkers allowed in this club. They flashed to get a little farther forward, but I don't see Shane and Slump doing anything until that point where both of them peak at the same time, and they're not going to be able to find either one of them.
Wait, my bullets actually didn't like.
Neither of their bullets existed, dude.
My bullets just went through them.
Team Slump for W, Chosen Tyrant 247. What do you think makes you any different from the first 246 Chosen Tyrants if you think that you're the chosen one as the 247th, pal? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Molly and smoke, that could just stall them out for as long as they need to get the plant on. That is a primary objective.
I'm gonna flank. Wait, I'm just gonna walk through the smoke.
Object numero uno. That spray scared the shit out of me, not gonna lie. I thought he teleported to his right. Eventually, Slump just swings into the site, and there's not enough ammo or reaction time left in Louis' tank to win another duel out. CT-sided map, so says Wumbo.
That ball is a freak. You just can't spam like caps.
That helicopter is so loud, bro. Quite literally all three of us in the server had the same thought at the same time. That man is being deafened by it. P2000. P2000 has an extra bullet by the way, for those of you who are unaware, you can choose between 2 CT starting pistols. One is the USP, it's silenced and it can spam through smokes. It has 12 bullets, the P2000 has 13. It doesn't matter how many bullets you got if you can't hit them, and it doesn't matter if you have less if you can't hit them either. So,
Just buy MP9s and play close. You want to go door?
unfortunately, you ain't getting nothing done.
I'm gonna sit top and like kind of bait you.
Pistol round loss. Doesn't look so good, chat. It doesn't look so good. Yo, Taylor, did you say in the beginning who you got winning this game? Slump and Shane. Slump and Shane. I didn't know what scoreline to give it because I didn't really know how they would be, honestly, like, playing. And I think that Wumbo and Louis have come to play decently, but it's not looking like it's enough to come over top. Wumbo's got this SMG deepened by the smoke now. He can't see shit. He can't see a thing, man. And his opponent can't leave. He's eventually going to try and reintegrate himself and actually catches his opponent with his pants down, worried about a flank. I can't believe that that's how he wins that one out. He can get an AK-47 too. Guys, that is a major, major double kill clutch. Double kill. Keep them online and on board. 6-4 now. Eat up, Papa. Eat up. I didn't think he would win that, if I'm being 100%. If I am being as real with you as possible, that was the last of my expectations for that round. Sometimes I be lying to you guys. You know that? You guys know I just lie to you and I hate you? I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding, bro. I don't hate you and I don't lie to you. I would never do that. I'll tell you the truth any day that you ask me something. Swing to the left and right sides of the rock periodically. It's a little bit predictable there as Wumbo just bobs it back and forth. Beep, 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 beep. Eventually he'll lock down that kill.
Yeah, realistically, probably the two most, like, I don't know, close teams, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that you guys are probably the 2 closest teams as well, Wumbo. I would agree with that.
I doubt they're going to go left ever. They're just going to keep going right.
Duck Dodgers selling. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Are the Dodgers... What? Oh, what are you saying?
60.
That's funny. Duck Dodgers was a crazy show, bro. Looks like Louis now without much ammo left is going to be fine in the clutch. I was not expecting that, but praying that he wasn't going to get reamed for his sake on that low stake toy game. Louis catches his kill. What if I was an Australian or a Brit? What if I had a European accent of some kind? I'd probably be so much more successful. Probably get so many more jobs.
I'm gonna flash for you.
Life's just so much easier when you're not American, you know what I mean? Nade to the smoke, a molly to the other side, Louis to the swing, only sees one. He's gonna find a first of those 2 frags now. It's on Wumbo to try and play the high ground. He's gonna try and elevate himself, and it's over, Anakin. Slum thought that he underestimated his power, but not exactly. Oh my god, golden bullet, Tony. JJ, you think that it's coming, you think it's on the horizon, but right now they might be able to stamp them out at 6, to be honest with you, so don't get too ahead of yourself. Truthfully.
Just last. I'm going to give you an extra nade.
Truthfully. Leave me alone! The flashbang. Ping! Ah! That's funny. That's actually really funny, Void. Good pull. Mythical GIF pull. Losing by 1, and I don't know what the money is like for Slump and Shane right now. I don't think it's very good. I think they're playing with pistols, if I'm not mistaken. So this one should be a Wumbo and Louis conversion without much of a problem. It's just a matter of time, and it's a matter of moments before the T side actually integrate themselves into a duel at one point in the site. Sounds like you got a Steam message. And oh, they do have deagles, and Louis just gets walked on. Wumbo looking to try and not meet that same fate. Where could they have gone off to other than hitting that plant? They won't be able to punch the digits in, and now Slump, he is going to need to get on top of it to get the C4, to make a mockery of them both and find the double kill. Oh my god, I can't believe it, bro. Maybe I don't understand CS, but that's just like WTF. What are you talking about, Dream Jedi?
Yeah, I'm opting no armor. Let's go.
Well, Jedi, I mean, the last game, the Caker and Classic game, I mean... That was a little bit nuts, to be honest with you. But this game right here, just so you're aware, these two teams are absolutely, in my opinion, in the running for number 1 and 2 team in the season in general by the end of it. I think this is going to be one of the closest individual matchups that we will have seen in the season thus far, or maybe ever. Maybe at all.
One's on the right. He went back.
These players are solid. Wumbo has been really important to this roster, where Louis was the one coming into it with more name value and power than Wumbo had.
I'm blind. Holding right rock.
Off posted on the right side rock. No swing just yet. Ooh, that was a delayed shot, honest and truthfully. The second of which, though, on the flick on the adjustment downward to the center block, is perfect.
I'm taking him. Oh, I couldn't get it. It's fine.
Dude, that was the first miss, kind of unacceptable. I actually thought that was a bit of a sitter, to be honest with you, but that next shot really did make up for it.
I'm dropping on
A kill is a kill and a win is a win. An 8-7 golden gun, perhaps? I won't play the NFL music. Apparently it's too loud. I thought it was pretty quiet. I turned it down like all the way, but I won't play it. I won't play it. I love the NFL music. It gets me hyped, though. He's really invested on this angle. Still at the backside rock. I wonder where he'll swing. Does Shane try to clear out his edge? Topside the rock. No adjustment. Pistol pulled. How soft is he? How much damage has Louis done, if any at all? Is bro lagging?
My balls are so itchy, dude.
What the fuck are you talking about, Wumbo? You're in a clutch right now for the damn game. And it's 9-0. No golden gun at all. Dude.
Interview time.
Wumbo up. Wumbo up. Would have believed it. Would you have believed it? I wouldn't have doubted it, but... Taylor, what headset do you have, bro? I want it, I want it, I want it. Can I borrow it forever? It's a HyperX Cloud Core 3. That was the microphone I was using before using this one. I was using the headset mic, and it's really nice, actually. I would endorse that, to be honest with you. Let's get that interview rolling, like they say.
Yeah, it's a little goofy.
It's a little goofy? What's a little goofy, huh? Huh?
Talk about the map.
Yeah, it is a little bit goofy. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was some silly moments that could have been a little bit crazier. I think Wumbo had an idea to take an angle on the left side CT with the AK-47 that is honestly pretty much like live and die on. It's a headshot angle when they walk through that they've got to clear you looking straight down pretty much. But it never really came push to shove. It was going to be a win for you guys if you were able to convert the rounds that you needed to, and you did. This is a big victory, I must say. So congratulations, and talk to me a little bit about how you felt from beginning to end, as this one was a nail biter.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, it was close. But I think it was a lot more fun because, you know, like Slump and Shane are skilled players.
Right.
So they weren't just going to like run around like headless chickens.
Yeah, so you felt like that was a win, not only well-earned, but one in where it felt like you were actually being tested so too. So it wasn't just a walkover, even though obviously 9-7, you might think it wasn't a walkover. Sometimes they do end up feeling like that by the end. You felt like this one was as long as it actually was by the end of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, talk about Shane and Slump as individuals all you want, but I think at the end of the day, you guys really brought your best form. I talk about that Wumbo AWP, how comfortable you feel bringing that one out in general, let alone on this map in particular. Is it situational?
Not really comfortable. I mean, they just know how to like use flashbangs, and once they see me with the op, they know how to like play around it, kind of.
Okay, so you feel like after you'd brought it out, it was a little harder than you may have initially thought it was to use it, or what are we feeling about that?
I mean, I think the op's always gonna be like relatively easy to use, kind of just point and click, but it was kind of risky bringing it out because I had no armor or nades at the very end.
Definitely true. Yeah, you had me worried in the beginning of that game, dude. I think it was round 2. You got an AK-47 after your pistol round win, and you didn't have any head armor, and I was tweaking. The next round after you won that, no head armor. I was like, please, Wumbo, please. And it never came to be a problem. I thought, because Slump and Shane love to go for their SMG second round buys, and they like to get close. I thought it was going to happen, and I saw a vision, bro. It was like Doctor Strange holding up the 1, I swear. But honest and truthfully, it feels like that was a win that was well enough earned, and it didn't seem like you were all that stressed. I mean, bro, last round of the game to win it all, and you're saying to yourself that my balls itch. Like, good lord.
Oh yeah. I just get that to like get out of my head because like I wanted to itch them, but I couldn't.
It's a reset.
Man, whatever you want to call it, I call it something that was special. It was definitely something that brought the chat up a little bit in a high pressure moment. So congratulations to you, and honest and truthfully, I hope to see games as electric as that one moving forward. You guys win that one 9-7 against the season number 1, and honest and truthfully, I think this is probably going to be one of the better matchups that we'll have in the season in general. So I do look forward to the rematch. But until then, I wish you a good night, and I hope that you do find yourselves with some more success moving forward.
All right, thank you. Why not?
Hey, you too.
Absolutely, always. Team, we go into our next game. With that, we slide right along in. Bang. We've got these cool, fancy, cute, quirky little graphics, might I also add. If you don't recall, we do have pretty killer graphics having been made by Koa, the GOAT. Everyone say thank you, Koa. Legend for throwing these together to make some of the best moments in our pre-match that we could possibly get. Talking about our first blood. I think this might be the highest first blood in any team in the season so far. I don't know how much you guys have been watching. Little Beard Frizzy, they have been killing it. They have been throwing themselves on the line to make these wins happen. I am pretty down to clown when it comes to games where we've got previous rematches, but this one has never been played out before. Frizzy and Little Beard, it's been a little while since we've gotten them, to be honest with you. It has been a hot minute since we've seen them on the sticks, to whereas STX and Raven, they have played a ton of games. It has been a 24 game season, I believe. Or am I doing that? No, 25 game season for Raven and STX. They have been getting rep after rep after rep. Little Beer and Frizzy, however, play in 5 versus 5 traditional Counter-Strike as well, so their time is a little bit less easy as far as their practice schedule is concerned too. They be grinding it out. Frizzy and Little Beer on a team together. So too for STX and Raven. Everybody trying to make a balance of their lifestyles and making 1v1me as well as 5v5 work out on top of having a regular life. It ain't easy being cheesy, I'll tell you that much. But these first bloods for Frizzy and Little Beard can't go understated. I think that if you're going to be looking at the stats for that, which we will in a second for the first blood stakes, that those two are going to be the ones that you're definitely staking for. Those are going to be the two guys that you are looking into to try and find that for sure. Lou and Wumbo goated, made fresh daily. They might be, you know, who knows, contenders for future #1 on the season if we keep at that rate of pace, honest and truthfully. It's been a tumultuous time for some rosters trying to really find themselves and find an identity in the 1v1me league thus far, but for them, they've only just now started to come into final form, and I think that Frizzy and Little Beer also, having only had just so many games to play, might also be on that track. They might be on pace to set themselves up for a much higher ranking in this division. They've played only 12 games, and they're 7-5 in wins to losses, and those could continue to stack, so number 13 I think is a little bit misleading, to be honest with you. If I'm being frank, I think they can show up some serious damage, and STX and Raven have to be at the very least a little worried. They only have 1 win more, and they're 3 ranks higher. Let's let that settle in, guys. 1 win more than Frizzy and Little Beer, and they're 3 ranks higher. How many losses more? 12, guys, 12. So, does that mean anything to you? Because it paints a pretty ugly picture, unfortunately, for me, for STX and Raven and how their trajectory has started to look. They have started to sink a little bit. I can't front with you, and it's something that we hope not to see continue onward for their sake or for their stakers' sakes as well. Let's take a look at that first blood staking for you and see who you have gone for. Pretty heavy in the camp of Frizzy. For those of you who are looking on the other side of things, you're going for STX. You're definitely thinking that that one is a possibility, and I don't blame you for going and putting your money where your mouth is and believing in your gut. Let's go Sonic. Yeah, that is a pretty tight-looking icon logo, if I do say so myself. Coming up with some more goods. Have the 1v1me team, the Sonic gifts in the chat too. I guess that's like Frizzy. That's like the play on Frizzy, I guess, is that Sonic is Frizzy. Is that would you agree with that? Furry, maybe? I don't know about Frizzy. Shadow is the actual logo though. If we're being 100%. We got Frizzy, or excuse me, Little Beer's POV to watch too. So let's see how many. What's the kill count? Above or below 8? Above or below 8? I think it's gonna be a pretty decently long game, but I'm not sure it's gonna go that long. I don't know. Let's get some insight from the group. Frizzy and Little Beer, Frizzy and Little Beer, Frizzy and Little Beer. It has been a little bit of time. We've had a hiatus from having our conversations to whereas you guys also haven't played that many games in the season in general. So talk to me a little bit about the games that you feel like you have played and the momentum that you've built because the other team has played a total of 25 matches in the 2v2 setting and you played 12. So is it like time for you to really warm up into that setting or do you think that it's actually burning them out? Like, what do you think about this?
Let's just say quality over quantity.
Okay, get that shit talk rolling, team. I like that. Well, I mean, quality over quantity, I guess, is the way that we're going to have to look and assess this one tonight. I was saying to the chat that you guys are 3 ranks behind them, but you have, like, 13 less games played, and they have 12 more losses with only 1 more win. So give me some insight onto how you look to come into this one as far as the build-up that you've got in terms of energy on tonight's matchup.
Honestly, I'm just excited to be back because we had the last week off. You know, Josh was on vacation, so coming back, I'm definitely excited to hop back in and continue a streak.
How was vacation, Josh?
Yeah, I'm down. It was great. It was nice to just not be near a computer for a little bit, to be honest.
Where'd you get off to, if you don't mind my asking?
I went north of where I live. My family has like a little like cabin that we go to, and it was just like peaceful, you know.
Nice.
No technology, just like hanging out.
Yeah, that's very nice. Honest and truthfully, I'm a little bit jealous. But talking a little bit about your logo as well before this game. I mean, Frizzy is the team name, and I think that they went with a little bit of a close to home logo they had on standby with the shadow picture. How do you feel about that one? I'm low key vibing with it. It's kind of tough. A little bit of the head tilt going too.
Wait, the shadow picture. What are you talking about?
You don't know what your logo? You don't even know what your team logo is, bro? Peep stream if you get the chance right now, bro. Open the app for the one time, bro.
Yeah, hold on. I have
my
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, you guys' team logo is literally Shadow the Hedgehog with a little bit of a green and red stripes. Kind of tough.
Oh, wait, that's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Gotta get Frizzy's thoughts and feelings.
I'm vibing with that.
What am I looking for?
It should be on. If you're watching the 1v1me stream, it's on the top. That's your logo.
Oh, above my picture?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was the logo.
Yeah, that's your team logo. That's you. That's you.
Oh, that's sick. I thought that was the 1v1me logo.
No,
like, for the app.
No, every time people see your guys' team, that's what they believe. They're putting Shadow and Sonic gifs in chat, bro. It's awesome. I love it. But talk to me about the scoreline you see coming out of this one tonight, because you go into this obviously as the quote-unquote underdog. You get the host advantage. We're playing on Memento. It's a map that quite literally, as the name would imply, as the name would be very close to the term momentum, is very aggressive based in its nature. So what do you think about this one?
Did you say we're the underdog?
Quote unquote, yeah.
All right.
You are.
Okay.
Bro, I'm saying how it is.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like a 9-4.
9-3, 9-4.
Yeah. I'm thinking like a 9-4.
Guys, they're feeling a run over right now. They're feeling a stamp out. They're trying to really keep the haters down. And, you know, it's been a little bit of a break for Little Beer. We'll see if he's still got it. We'll see if Unk's still on the sticks with the same level of speed that he had before he left.
No, Unk's back.
Unk's back, better than ever, some would even say. Unk never even left, actually, as a matter of fact. Well, guys, I do want to say thank you for joining me for the pregame interview. And again, having not gotten too many conversations with you in the last week or so, I do have to hope that we'll see a little bit more talking time, but it would have to be in the winners interview.
Oh, we'll see.
Sounds good to me, Mr. Tony.
Yeah, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Good luck. All right, well, that's them. You don't understand what an underdog is, do you? Kind of cool. Are you dumb? They are number 13 to number 10. That's why I said, quote unquote, put your thinking cap on, and I'm sure that you might make more money than you have in the last couple of stakes than you've been missing out on. Let's get Raven and STX to get a little bit of knowledge dropped on you as well. We've got a conversation to be had about the fact that you guys have ripped game after game, but they've been gone for a week and they have been silent. They have not ripped a single thing. What are we feeling as far as looking to shut them down on their return to form?
I don't know. Probably just gonna do the same stuff we normally do and play confidently.
Same stuff you normally do and play confidently is one way of going about it for sure. But we go into Memento and talking about the same stuff. What kind of change-ups, can we expect on this map that is a little bit chaotic sometimes? It gets a little bit ugly. Have you found that there's some things that work better than others, or other things that maybe teams haven't been pulling as neatly as they need to in order to get the leg up?
I feel like sometimes just like doing something really dumb, like a lot of people will double for first aggression and they'll like look like they're gonna like fall away, but like if you just push it like a little bit further and like I don't want to say do something like unexpected because it's not like quite what I mean, but like even if like they expect you and you just get like a really good timing, you'll still like win the round a lot of the time. I feel like on this type of map.
Yeah, definitely a lot of flanks you can hit. Yeah, I mean that left side of the map for the CT side can get a little bit heinous from time to time. If there's nothing going on early, you start to get a little bit suspicious and going on the hunt, onto the prowl. These guys have had a little bit of success in a little bit of danger zone areas on this map to where they haven't had all that many experiences on it in general. They're going to be looking to make themselves as lethal a threat as they possibly can tonight too. So if you're going into this one and we're talking about a score count, how confident are you? Because it sounds like we're doing our own thing, we're playing our own game. Doesn't really scream confidence levels to me, but maybe the score count might.
We haven't played them, so it's hard to say like exactly.
Sure.
But probably like 9-7.
9-7. Well, that one is going to be a tighter affair that you feel, and so too, I believe it might be one of those as Frizzy and Little Beer have something to prove on the return back into the 1v1 meat division. I appreciate you for stopping in for the pregame interview, and for the sake of that number 10 spot you now hold, trying to not meet a tie on record with this team you play up against, it will have to be that victory, so we'll see if that's the case. Good luck.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Yes, of course, always and forever. As we do have just about 1:30 for you guys to get in your final stakes, take into account the following. We're going to flash that graphic one more time to get you on. A First Blood is a almost shoe-in for 58% of the games. For Little Beer and Frizzy is kind of hard to deny. Their record, one behind their opponents who suffered 12 more defeats with a golden gun scattered 3 times over SO2. Frizzy and Little Beer are going to be feeling pretty good coming into this one as they look to turn their fate and turn the tides of their season to try and make themselves a more lethal threat. It would be a beautiful start to return into this second half of the season if that were to be the case. That 8+ to fill, I mean, it's definitely possible. I don't really foresee it being all that wild and wacky. Something to imagine. I think that the Little Beer is obviously a very decent player, and in coming in a game where we're expecting there to be, I probably say like 5 to 6 rounds by the end of it for the losing team. I don't really think that it's that crazy to imagine that he's able to get that. Frizzy or Little Beer First Blood watch 100% of the time. It would be pretty wicked for STX and Raven to hit the upset there and turn the percentages on their heads. It would be certainly something. We're going to be watching Little Beer as well, just so you're aware. If you want to switch POVs at the halftime, make sure you let me know who you want to switch to and who you want to watch. Otherwise, keep your trap shut. You got it? You got that? I'm joking. I'm joking. Take a look at your odds right now for those First Bloods before it goes away. Looks like it is going to be a 2.3 as the lowest of them. Not a crazy count to hit. One more game on the night after this one as well, so make sure. Yo, what's up, Wayne? What's good, Wayne? What's good, Wayne? What's up with it? You guys feeling confident in your picks right now? I gotta know how confident you're feeling. Because it seems like you guys get a little bit antsy. You guys get a little bit, you know, a little bit squirmy in your chairs when things don't start to go your way on that first half. It's a 2-half game, Counter-Strike. Let's keep in mind. We see comebacks all the time. 2 sides to every story. An AK versus an M4, defense versus the offense. You start to feel more comfortable on one of the two. It's dependent on the day. So don't lose hope. Don't lose hope off the gate. I will say, don't jump the gun if things don't look to be going so smooth for you right out the rip. Gotta have faith. Let's see what they've got. Money, no money trill. Oh, sorry, Mo Money Trill. Jesus, lounging back, not confident at all. But I'm hoping to see some good CS. You're the GOAT, bro. Tony, this is your kingdom, big bro. Dream Jedi, you've also come around recently. I appreciate you. It's been a learning experience for a lot of people who don't know, you know, what's up and what's good. But I do appreciate you stopping around and being so chill. It's starting to make a little bit more sense as the days go by. Make it make sense is what I say, bro. Sometimes it gets to be a little bit out of my range even. But right now we see them get on the aggressive. Little Beer and Frizzy, man. Little Beer and Frizzy always and forever. They're going to try and rush them down, try and flood them forward. Where could the other of the CTs have gone? It's Raven to get the First Blood. They were tucked. They get Little Beer off guard. That's the only way that you can get that First Blood, honestly, is if you catch them pants down, red-handed with the Golden Fleece.
You have a whole minute.
Oh my god. Dude, that was insane. trying their damnedest now to pull this one back after losing no health in that next fight. Frizzy getting the trade with STX left to find. They're trying to be quiet. They're trying to maintain the element of surprise, and they've got a lot to clear. Frizzy getting communications that are definitely required from his teammate in order to make sure that this one is well camped. Where is the last of these CTs? It's so quiet, and they've been playing in the back end of the coffee shop. Oh my god, it was so close. Oh, it was so close, dude. I thought he cleared it fully too, it looked like, honestly. Oh my god, these corners, these cubbies, these campings from Raven and STX. Who did I have for first blood? I had Little Beer. I had Little Beer for first blood, and he was close. He should have had it. He had the read. He just didn't fully clear the corner. Both him and Frizzy both falling victim to not clearing it. So if you think that Little Beer and Frizzy as a first blood option aren't that great of a comp, I don't know. I think that that is a reason that I would still believe in them. They just didn't do the whole job. They didn't do 100%. Which is honestly a rarity. Maybe a little bit rusty right now after their break, and they're not going to be able to do anything with pistols. That's alright.
They seem to be wanting to use the
It's pistol rounds, guys. Pistol rounds, you're not really getting much. You're not really getting much out of your weapons, man.
How do you want to do it?
I just want to peek left. We don't need to like run in unless we get a pick.
Nah, you good? Just asking? No, I know. I'm just letting you know that if you missed what the first blood and how it worked was, Little Beer just fumbling it. Sadly, it was his to have.
I think it was pretty unlikely.
They do a pretty good job of creating their own opportunities as far as full first bloods are concerned, but that time it doesn't happen.
I threw a shit smoke.
A shit smoke is such a good way of describing it. I threw a shit smoke in the back end of the coffee shop again. Little Beer gets reamed. Raven now catches them in between a rock and a hard place. A smoke to play for. Frizzy, that's all that he's got. He's gonna need to isolate the one of the two of them. STX is right on the other side of it. Good God.
On a pixel or something? I don't know. I'm gonna save. I don't really know how to get the pick on them.
They might try to boost
play so
again.
tuck. Yeah. Just hold it. I'm actually gonna say it's wrong. They pushed left side last time for a pistol.
Desert Eagles are, again, not the best plays.
They boosted one last
Sound effects are way too loud? How is it possible, bro? I'll turn it down all the way. Here, how's this? I turn it down like, what in God's name, just what is happening?
Yeah, so that's their play versus Eco.
All right, chat, is this too loud? How's that, bro? How's that?
In a really cringe spot.
I gotta get them to a good level of audio.
Yeah, I think playing right is the play, and wrapping through their spawn to clear out all the other.
You're my test dummies. I want it to be a reasonable sound. I don't want it to blow your eardrums out, bro. I thought I had it low. That's the first pick in this round where they've already won one. They need to continue their way on and up. Or AK-47 for Frizzy. He's gonna be like the raid boss, but make it a bit louder. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you. Meet halfway. STX AUG. It's a scoped, fully automatic weapon, and it earns them the here's the new sound effect. Double kill. That should be a reasonable volume level. That should be it.
Doing that same thing with pushing. It's just one right, one left, and that left person's playing inside.
Frizzy's trying to rally the troops as best that he can. He's just trying to make sure that Little Beer knows the way that they're playing. And honestly, truthfully, he's going to need to get that in if they want to be 100% ready for the rest of this game. The sniper rifle has been heard. That initial fart scared me. My bad, bro. My bad. I'm a gassy man, bro.
He's at the
The sniper rifle is a one-shot kill to the waist and above, chat. Just so you're aware, so.
Smoking right, get ready to peek. 1, 2, 3.
Swing to the sight, player down low, it's a headshot angle, they dink them, they trade Molotovs, and the CTs have to wait. The CTs have to wait. Or they can just walk straight into Little Beer's crosshair, straight into his line of sights as he finds Raven as the smoke had a very, very minimal gap, the next of which had a molly to which STX had played it in between. That's a whiffed smoke. He's gonna try and play over top of it. STX could hit the spam if they see a shoulder and a hard swing. Little Beer's just got to go all in. I think he's got to play his cards just all out on the table.
See him in the
Full fold.
look at minimap.
Yeah, I saw it.
She's in the back bar. Okay.
Minimap is going to be a blessing, but I don't think that they will have heard that sound all the way down. Quiet comes the rap. I think that they're going to read it. I think that STX is going to have the hold. He's going to turn himself onto a headshot angle, and usually they love to play in that back room. Is STX in a place we've seen them time and time again? Yes, they are, and they're not ready for the full wrap in through the spawn, and in one ear and out the other goes any sound cue that would have been given. Little Beer gets the double kill clutch. Double kill. Big, baby. Right back on track, maybe, Little Beer and Frizzy. I said, guys, don't let that first half fool you. Don't let the beginning of the game get you down. Because these things start to turn like that, and you'll never realize it until it's already happened.
I'm flashing left. Can we just hold right?
I think they want to hit that double peek. Yeah, Frizzy and Little Beer both want to play together, but you got to make sure they don't get timinged on the walk-up. There goes the AUG of STX. Reamed. Where's Raven? Have they hit their flank? Because if they have, Frizzy's going to be turned, and Little Beer's going to be tucked. It's going to be the old 1-2. The 1-2-1-1-2.
I do feel like somebody pushed.
I think this chat is allergic to money is a crazy calm. Scared money don't make money is what Matt was preaching in his COD stream, and he wouldn't be wrong. Scared money don't make money. Raven was on the half wall, and Little Beer says he doesn't know, but ooh, Frizzy holds the spray. That is not an easy kill for Frizzy to find, to be honest with you. That was a full 30 bullet spray down where he needed to be 100% accurate in his control. His wrist seems to be on point tonight, and it needed to be. It was almost a fumble. We're approaching critical territory of that 4-4 half at the split, though. Big Pimpin', you don't got scare money.
One cross mid-sight.
You've got confident money.
Could be boosted.
They haven't hit a boost since round 2, STX and Raven, so are they going to try and get funny with it? Are they going to try and get silly?
Our left.
I heard that step. I don't know if you did. They're going to have to make their presence known in mere seconds now, though. Smoke for the deep angle and a molly for the close. He's going to need to get himself in towards the site and deny any more vision with what he's got. SMG has been heard. The 1-2. Are they going to play for themselves to burn them out in the close range position and use the SMGs? SMG heard deep right wall. Where was the other of them? Are they close? Are they in a personal look down to left? Oh, Little Beer missed it. Little Beer didn't clear it. Knowing that they're low on money, that's a position that you need to go checked. They do get the AK-47 as aptly mentioned, and STX puts it to perfect usage again. STX is bailing them out now. Double the kill count of their next closest teammate at 4. If y'all want to switch POVs, you let me know, but right now we're on the chase for that Little Beer 8. Even still.
Play very grouped on T side.
All right, how do you want to
be
play
honest, I think you go cash register and I play left, and then play you after. A spot room.
Trying to play down closer to their spawn side. Little Beer is honestly going to need to play more supportively for Frizzy. He realizes that, and they both cross. They're not going to be able to swing back to the site until they flood through Frizzy. Frizzy, he might be on the chase. He might be getting run through. I don't know if he's going to be able to escape them. Where did Little Beer get off to, they're saying to themselves, is they're more ready for their bomb plant before anything else. They pull it out, and they don't have a gun to shoot. This should be a freebie for Frizzy and Little Beer to say that they're back on. Ooh, Little Beer with the clothesline. Quick kill in reaction time, knowing that they were close.
Yeah, just WK'd away.
I'm gonna buy M4 and play for long range.
Ooh, okay. Chill, chill, chill. Don't be rude, Greengrass. Don't go laying into Jedi like that, bro. What did they ever do to you?
Top tower.
5-4. Player in the top of the tower taken down, toppled by Frizzy. And Little Beer just needs to get in activated for one of his own. And there it goes. As we hit that tie score, baby. I missed when blocked users chat messages didn't show up. That's so real. That's so real.
Early smoke right side.
If I could react to your message right now, fire emoji, bro. Thumbs up.
I flashed as well.
Flash smoke combo, trying to just stuff them. Make sure they don't go popping through. Little Beer now playing a position that was a classic for STX and Raven on their CT side.
I missed my heaven molly.
Tower
They were playing it time and time again, and it was working. It was catching them on a multitude of instances. That HE close cubby is going to try and get them not ready out. And it's a headshot angle for Frizzy and Little Beer to try and operate from. That is a headshot. He barely even saw them. I can't even fathom that that was a kill. I got to replay that, low-key chat. I got to see how that... Angle for Frizzy and Little Beer to try and operate from. That is a headshot. He barely even saw them. I can't even fathom that that was a kill.
Like 2 seconds and then double nade straight through this screen window. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That's wicked. Nade, double down, double up. Frizzy calling for the timing for them to deal their highest amounts of damage, and now he just needs to make sure that he doesn't get lost to the pistol, and all's well that ends well. They're now 2 rounds to their lead, and it's STX and Raven who can buy back. They've saved their money, they've scrounged together their pennies, and they've waited long enough. Now is the time to come alive, or else it will be 8 and they will be broke again. Much like all of our stakers who haven't been listening to the Why Not CS2 about what to go on even for these matches on the night. I'm joking. I've actually been wrong once tonight. A rarity. I'm a noob, bro. Actually, I was wrong. No, I was only wrong once. Technically twice, but we're not going to talk about that. STX has been making a lot of sound, stomping out. Little Beer looking to walk it into the same position that they had just killed their teammate from, but sitting inside of the smoke. This is certainly a play. We call this phasing the smoke in Counter-Strike to try and catch your opponents off guard. And will it happen? Smoke on. Player not ready. Close right tuck. The last of which could very well have been on the left side of the map that whole time, wrapping around. You do have to wonder.
That was the tower person that killed me.
Frizzy, important calm there. Because now Little Beer can have a little bit more of an educated guess as to where they're coming from. The bomb being tapped. I don't know if it's the full plant. It is! Interestingly, on that left side, they could not have gotten anywhere else but the shop or the close left tuck. And there's just such an easy walk around read.
Yeah.
Little Beer on the money. The double kill when he needed to most. Woo. What, bro? Saying some sus shit lately. Seeing these players say some crazy comms. Molotov goes straight up, a smoke goes deep down, and one more chance for the girls. A timing shot, actually. That was a smoke spam to bait Little Beer into peeking because Raven had phased through the smoke. Absolutely brained on. That was a really good play.
Was the smoke like really bad?
The smoke was bad, and they were just, she was just tapping through it.
That was such a good bait. They needed a little bit of a gimmick, guys. That's what we call the gimmick play in Counter-Strike. The gimme rounds. Trying to get a little bit silly with it. And honestly, we haven't seen a whole lot of that in this game, to be frank. Playing through the smoke. It's a bit lurkable. And Little Beer can come that this is perfect. He can just play here. Just have him play here all around.
They have no idea.
Oh my god. He's walking the whole way around and about. Chat, this is probably the most egregious flank we've ever seen on this map. Little Beer has the game in his hands. This is done. He's going to peek from this window side and catch the both of them backs turned, I think. Bomb down. Last player either on the low ground outside the hotel or playing on the bomb site. And there they go. And there goes the game, as it were. Little Beer, 14 kills, bro. He was the Terminator that game. I was actually about to say that same thing. Let's get a little bit of an interview with the T-800. Let's slide him in to the refs box. Damn, they're low. I gotta slide their asses all the way up, chat.
Like when I peeked out of the tower there and I looked into sight, like the person's behind the cake at sight, but like I can't see them at all. Like my eyes just picked that up. I don't know if it's like the brightness in the map or like colors or what.
Or maybe you're just getting old, man.
Maybe I'm just getting old. Honestly, that's a good observation.
I told you, Unk is back.
I'm joking. Yeah, dude, you are back. That was a game to remember. 14 kills by the end of it for you. Frizzy was no slouch, but it felt like a lot of the time where you were getting those double kills, he was still alive. And really good communication too. Yeah, very well done and executed by an individual coming back to form. And talking about that game in general, it felt like you had built up a real momentum for you, where it was starting to feel a little bit like one of those games that could have gone golden gun. Very quickly, it started to spiral out of control for STX and Raven. So talk to me about your defense and how you started to operate on that one once the guns were brought out for them. What made you feel most comfortable?
We started to kind of like understand that they were doing like the same-ish things. Like they might have been on the other side of the map, but the way that they were playing it was like similar. Whereas like for instance, like their defense, they were playing very split, but their attack, they were playing very together. So if one of them would spray, like we knew that they were like kind of like both over there. So it made it easy for us to like set up crossfires or like off angles to kill them whenever they weren't expecting it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's definitely how it seemed to be. I mean, you describe it pretty much perfectly, especially towards the end there. I think the closest thing that they really did in order to pull the wool from over your eyes was that play with the spam to the smoke. That was a pretty good one, to be honest with you. I actually thought it was pretty solid. It really did get dropped in a gimme round, if you want to call it something like that, is how I referred to it as. And they kind of needed that in order to get really like reactivated into the map, and unfortunately they just weren't able to do much after that. It was like a one-off moment where you just had to adjust ever so slightly, and you hit the most egregious flank we have seen on that map probably ever, just based on the fact that you were given that much room to work with on that right side. So really well done, Josh, both in the aggression as well as in looking to find the flanks going. For how you guys now feel as we go into the second half of this season and you find your win back? Are you excited to get the ball rolling again, or what?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to pick up more matches, so like if anybody enjoys watching us, like be ready to watch us a lot more. So
100%.
Well, I mean, and with that, I have one more game of the night to go on to, and I want to get your thoughts on it because it's been a little bit of a tough season, I will say, for Team Tiski. It has not been treating them all too well. They found some crazy upset, actually very recently against Laboom and No One on Palai. That was a insane turn of events, in my opinion. But now coming into this match with Languor and Coco on the other side of the line, I want to get your thoughts on how they're going to be going and operating through that. Because if we're being completely frank, I think that the difference in skill level at a 5 versus 5 level for when they're talking team to team and experience, Languor and Coco should, in my personal opinion, be coming out on top, but I want to get your thoughts on it as well.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Agree as well.
but to play the devil's advocate, they have been upset, I think, twice already, so you never know.
Okay.
What map is it on?
Memento, I believe, as well. Yes, correct.
I also just thoroughly when I watch a lot of these games, like when we're not playing, because it's like it's enjoyable to me. Like I think, like not even to like study other teams. Like I just think it's fun to watch like everybody's like reactions to things that they're getting caught off by and stuff like that. It's entertaining to me. And I really like watching Tiski and Fat Guy play. They're really funny to watch play the wingman matches.
Yeah,
as well as the fusion team, they're pretty funny to watch too.
Yes, I do think we have a really good group of players in this season so far to really latch on to and get a little bit of a feel for their personalities and show what they've got. But talking about their ranking difference right now, it is a tough time for Tiski and Fat Guy. I actually mistake, chat. That should say 16th ranked, not 15th, so don't mind that. It is the 16th ranked team in Tiski and Fat Guy and the 9th ranked team for Languor and Coco. So like you say, you know, Languor and Coco have been upset before. They're not unkillable. They're not untouchable. They have the same amount of wins as you guys do right now with a little bit more losses sprinkled in. But, I mean, talk about like experience with these players. You guys played with Languor, otherwise known as Bagel. So the individual level from those guys, how do you think stacks up against them on a map like Memento in particular?
I think they should take the win. Like I don't think that it should be that like difficult for them. And I mean, like, you know, Bagel's individual skill, like from seeing him like it as like him being my teammate for as long as we were teammates, he's capable of taking over games just like by himself, you know, as well as Coco. So I do think that they're just gonna my prediction's probably gonna be like a 9-4, kind of like around like ours.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely are gonna Tiski's gonna have to pull out some strat in the hats if they want, I believe.
Well, I mean, to be fair, bro, I mean, you know Tiski, he does have that capability, if I'm being honest with you. Like, he's got that in his brain. It's wired. But I appreciate you for stopping in and giving me the post-game interview, guys. This is always one of the most enjoyable. You guys give a really good insight onto things, and I appreciate you stopping in, as well as being back and ready to continue ripping on forwards with 1v1 me moving into week 5.
Heck
Sounds
yeah,
good,
I'm
Mr.
excited.
Tony. Always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Catch you soon. Catch you soon. Well, Frizzy said something, and I kind of cut him off at the last second there because I'm a bot. My bad, chat. But guys, let's get my thoughts on this just a little bit for a brief moment before we get the interviews rolling and going. I think, personally, that in this game, Tiski and Fat Guy are a pretty good low roll opinion for a first blood. Despite the percentages going in favor of Languor and Coco typically, I think that there's a little bit of a question mark as to whether or not Tiski and Fat Guy come into this one with some vengeance, with a little bit of heat to him, coming off of a LAN they had just played off of as well very recently in New Jersey. I think that Tiski is one of those players that likes to take duels, and so too is Fat Guy. I am going to be ever so slightly leaning into Tiski's camp. This is actually probably not to win, just for first blood, but I'm thinking that if we're going to talk about, how I'm always kind of giving you like the comfort bets, I think that this one is not a comfort bet necessarily so much as it is just one that if you're going to be staking and looking to make some money, scared money doesn't make money. We said that. Tiski's one of those guys that you could probably put your faith in and just be like, all right, well, he didn't really hit the mark in the money, but this time around, I can say that I gave it a shot, because that's how I'm feeling about this one right now. I think that this one might be the turn of events to where not many people are going to be favoring and feeling out Tiski, and Fat Guy is the favorited option for First Bloods, whereas I think that they might be the more interesting choice to go with if you want to try and make something go. As far as the win is concerned, though, I'm on Languor and Coco like 9-6, 9-5 probably in that camp. I don't think it's going to be a stomp. I don't think it's going to be a wash. Languor and Coco have been feeling a little bit of pressure lately, and I think that Tiski and Fat Guy are honestly probably one of their higher individual points we've seen recently, to where they are going to be giving some pretty decent shots out. So I think it's going to be like a 9-5, probably closer to a 9-5. I think 9-5 is probably where I'm going to sit with that. 9-6. I wouldn't even go for the 9-7. I'm pretty far away on that one for me personally. To whereas, let's see what you guys are feeling on this one. You guys are feeling like that 9-6 is a pretty comfortable place to sit too. Seems like it. Seems like it. Looks like we got about 5 minutes left on the staking as the interviews have not yet come rolling. Chat, I want to know what you think. I want to know what your feelings are. Now that I've got this cool ass caster mode, thanks to the beautiful and epic developers that we have at the 1v1 me. A lot of people, like obviously Alex, making sure that a lot of these things get done, jumping on that. We appreciate it to no end, because now I can have a better conversation with you to see what your thoughts and feelings and opinions are on these kinds of players. Do you have any favorite of these two teams in terms of who you'd like to watch? I'm going to start with Fat Guy, but I'm going to switch at the half depending on what you believe in. Do we have any fan favorites in the chat? We were just listening to Little Beer and Frizzy say they like listening to Tiski and Fat Guy for one. They think that they're funny ass dudes, and I agree. They've got some really silly energy to them that you don't often get. Shout out Steven and Alex and my boys. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Some of the legends to the game. Seeing what you guys believe in. Seeing those super stakes start to slide. 9-6, 9-5, starting to feel that one definitely a little bit tighter of an odd than I was actually going to expect. There are some believers, there are some stakers that are starting to feel like Tiski can make them a pretty penny, a fat dollary do. An 8+ or 8- mark for kill count for Fat Guy. That's a tough one too, to be frank. First blood, feeling Languor, reasonable. Chat, just so you're aware of the situation, we got this one as the last of our night. I'm going to show you real quick one more time that table to take. Another graphic made by Koa. 3 wins and 13 losses. That is quite the difference. It's quite the spread separated between the two of them. Their first blood percentages, like I said, though, They are just about close enough to one another to where we might have something rolling in their direction. Take a look at the chat real quick and see what has been sent over by the admins. I'm going to read it out for you. Hey Stakers, in rare circumstances, players do not show up for their matches. While Team Tiski is currently late to show for their match, there is a senior live referee who is handling the situation and attempting to contact them through phone, text, as well as email, as well as Discord, and trying to get them here, because if they do not show by 1:10 a.m. Eastern, the match will be canceled and the game will be refunded. Change the map, Tony? Change the map? What you talking about, man? You think I got power like that? That's crazy. Please don't leave. Where am I going, bro? Give us a 2K my player to finish the night. Change the map, Tiny. Call me Tiny, bro. Now we're name calling. Chill, bro. Chill. Name calling is absurd. I can't believe you would do this to me. Who y'all got, chat? Who y'all got? Looks like people got Languor right now. First blood. Looks like they're going above 8 kills, barely. First blood, Languor. I don't want the match not to start. Listen, I don't want the match not to start either, man. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Listen, Mo Money Trill, I am in the same camp. I want to watch the Counter-Strike go down. I want to see this unfold. Tony, how long are you wired for drinking a Celsius at 1 a.m., bro? It's tough. It's delicious. I don't know if you're still here, but probably until 3:30, 3:30, 4. It's so good though, bro. I like to get a good pug in after I'm done. Chill, maybe have a little bit of a, you know me. You know me, Josh. Listen. Little Beer in chat on the Twitch side of things, for those of you who don't know. He did say he likes to actually sit in and watch some of these matches. Little brewski action. Possibility of Tiski winning 9-2. Very low, I believe. I would say probably about like a 8% chance. 7% chance, maybe even. 6.7% chance. If you catch my drift. They got to show up first. You're right. They do have to show up first. They do have to show up first. I'm not even going to take another sip of this thing, guys. I was about to because it tastes so damn good, but I just realized I have no purpose. I'm wired enough just having you guys on my stream to communicate and talk to keep me awake and keep me afloat. Oh, sorry. I was about to check an HLTV score for a Counter-Strike game, funny enough. Damn, Taylor, what's your prediction on who wins this game? 7 seconds left. 9-5. 9-6. Team Languor. Did you try the new Apple Red Bull, the winter one? I have not. I've heard it is delicious, though. All of the seasonal Red Bulls seem to be bangers, bro. I don't know. I hear nothing but good things about every seasonal Red Bull they come out with, it feels like. And typically, I have nothing but good things to say about the seasonal Red Bulls, too. Just so you guys are aware, it seems that we have not yet gotten through to Tiski and Fat Guy, and they have 10 minutes now left to reconnect. Apple Red Bull Yum. All right. JJ approves. Little Beer, I'm assuming you like it. I'm assuming you enjoy it if you're asking me if I've had it. I feel like that's got to come with a positive connotation behind it based on you asking, right? I can say the same about seasonal Sam Adams beer. Hey, the seasonal Sammys, dude. Summer Shandy. Sam Adams Summer Shandy, bro. On a nice hot day in the summer, bro. Out of the pool. Sun out. Elite. Elite. They're not online. Tiski no show. I mean, it just seems like they haven't yet been reached out to and hitting the full contact point. They have not been reached out to the fullest. We're trying our best. I know our admins are doing all that they can to try and contact as quick as possible, trying to reach them. Team, know that much that 1v1 me is doing everything in their power to try and pull along. Yo, tomorrow I got to ride along with 12. What should I tell the 5-0? I'm gonna be with them for 6 hours. Are you serious? Is that a joke? That's kind of interesting if true. I know, pretty cool concept to get along for the ride along. Oh, looks like Tiski and Fat Guy have joined, chat. They're just gonna take a minute to set up. We're just gonna go straight in, no interview. We're skipping the formalities. He's gonna be joining. Serious as I can be, I'm with a cop for 6 hours riding around with him. That's pretty dope. Enjoy that, bro. Enjoy that. We are going to be getting our game going. We are getting our game going. Clap it up. Clap it up, chat. Hold on one sec. New sound effect. New sound effect. Do we have clapping? Oh my god, that sucks. That was the worst clapping sound effect I have ever heard in my damn life. That hurt my ears so bad, bro. I am so sorry. That sucked. Jesus. I'm getting my own clapping sound effect. That was garbage. Jesus. Bro, my head is ringing. Criminy, bro. There has been zero throwing in this season of 1v1 me. If you guys think throwing is happening, let me assure you, as somebody who is so very tightly knit with these players, that they would literally never. But they've gotten offers to throw in 5v5 Counter-Strike before. I'll tell you that much. There are people out there that try and convince them. I'm telling you, they do that kind of thing all the time. They try and get people to throw matches, but never will they succumb. Never will they buckle, bro. Never, ever. And if they do, I'll be on their ass. They will not work another day in this industry. I'll tell you what. Not even talking about 1v1 me, bro. There's so much more at stake and on the line than that. There is a serious question about the level of focus going into this game for Fat Guy and Tiski having been late, so that's definitely something to take into account, King October. It's a good point you pose. WTF was that? Yeah, my bad, bro. Can we watch Languor? We can watch Languor at the half, Bola. This is scripted. No, that's true. The script this is scripted. I got the script for each game. This game in particular, I can't tell you about. I say every night. I got pages on here. Look. Chill. Check it. This is tonight. This is tomorrow night. I got all 9 weeks, bro. All 9 weeks. All 9 weeks. Hope you're ready. 'Cause I got the key. I did fax you the script, yeah. Just so you know. So, listen. You could choose to read the script with me or what? All the documents for my child support, bro. If I had to pay child support at 23, I'd retire from life probably. I think I'd tuck in. My boy did not sign the NDA. It's true. It's true. They missed that. They missed that point in my contract. Script is the odds of numbers hitting on certain stakes. Crunch the numbers. Get crunching. All right, guys, they're loading into the server. In a mere second, as they have all now joined, all four are in lobby. We're ready to smooth sail underway. Fat Guy's POV, to remind you, if you guys want to switch POV at the half, it seems like you guys wanted to check out what Languor was up to, and I am more than happy to oblige, if that's what you please. Pause that music and get into the match, because they are ready to go. He disconnected. He disconnected. Oh my god, Tiski's voice is ripped right now. Is that Tiski? Here, chat, take a listen in on this. Where is...
Should I just buy a smoke and we plant and then go fuck ourselves?
Fuck it.
Bro, he sounds like he smacked
The ball,
64
bro,
packs a
follow me.
day, bro. Oh my god. He had to be sleeping, right? I mean, listen. You never know. Maybe this is the
They can't hit me. I'm
the
too
energy
sexy.
that he needs. He can't hit me. I'm too sexy. Even when he's tired, he's still
I know.
quipping like he's Spider-Man, bro. What is this? He does not stop.
I'm going above here.
That guy looking to pull out the clutch now as he's the last player left alive. He's playing high. He's not going to be able to find even a one of them as Coco is ready.
Holy fuck.
Kind of cool. You ruined his throat? That's not cool of you. Are you the reason he was late? Come on. That's not chill. You're holding us up.
Alright, we got guns, bro.
Tiski trying to use that money, eh?
I'm gonna take some really sexy fights. What's this?
Galil and Galil. They're forcing up every penny they had, Chad. No head armor on Fat Guy. That's not going to be a great look, to be honest with you. And I think Tiski might be in the same boat. The sound being made, too. How distanced do you play right now if you're on the other side? Reamed is Coco. Fat Guy's awake. Fat Guy's alive. And he's not letting anything up to chance. Says it's going to be Rune who's low. So, too, says Tiski, and he would be correct. Double kill for Fat Guy. Gonna go smoke and play Call of Duty. Damn, Big Pimpin', all good. Sounds like a good ass time. Even still, though, appreciate you for jumping in on the stream on the day as per usual. Wishing you fortune tomorrow.
Nope, not tech.
AKV the jiggling CT. How much more skin does he show? A lot, as it would seem.
I'm just like, I'm gonna chill for a bit, bro.
I'm just gonna wrap back around.
Tiski's gonna wait to see if his opponent gives him a freebie.
I'm peeking the window, damn.
Pretty knife? Yeah, it is pretty nice, actually. It's a nice little stiletto doppel or a stiletto marble fade.
Oh, he's there, stairs. I know.
It looks like the second Deagle has put himself in the same spot. Hopefully Fat Guy doesn't get owned. Just go with him. Yeah, just go with him, man.
Oh, beautiful day.
Night Pony, always a pleasure. Catch you. Look, even Fat Guy's showing his face hit stats on the top left there. Number 555 in the world, bro. 1.1 KD, but that 1.1 KD might not be enough to find this kill as he runs out of ammo. Tiski's got to be the one to do it for them. It's a tap, not the stick. Tiski, he should have just won this based on the fact that he's hiding alone. That's it. Call it in the water, chat. No kit. He may even kill him, but it should be fine. It's okay.
No time. Alright, we're chilling. It's fine.
Is he gonna try and go get the AK?
Dude, there's no way I just fat fingered that. It's crazy.
No, he's not.
God, but...
Should have put my house on Lang first blood. Your house, bro? You're gonna need that, dude. I wouldn't be willy-nilly staking that around. AK now for Fat Guy again. He's got no utility to go along with it, but he's been hitting the shots, so... Honestly, what more could you possibly ask of a man? It's quiet. It's too quiet. I'm getting a little bit anxious. I'm getting a little bit angsty.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're both
Not
hard.
having seen anybody.
One's green. Like the green shit on the left over here.
Tiski with the greatest calm of all time. The green shit on the
We're
left.
up to their spawn. Dude, we're up to their spawn.
And where the last of the
Yeah,
CTs
because I
plays
think
from
one's
is
holding. I think they're
a little
doubled
bit
up there.
of an awkward calm. Are they playing there together? Are they playing together? If they were,
Yeah,
it
last
didn't
guy's
seem to
inside,
work
dude.
on
Last guy's
instantly because now it's next up in Coco, who had been down by Fat Guy, to leave them to the 1 versus 1, keeping it quiet with no footsteps to be exchanged from either player just yet. Fat Guy, no smoke, no molly. He can't cut off any angles. He needs to go clearing one after another. He's going to need to be surgical, and he gets given a freebie as far as info is concerned. Nade goes wide, does a little bit of damage, peppers him down to 46, and time is a great calm. Need to get the C4, need to get that plant going, playing the objective. He knows he's the offender, but he might have... I think he timed out. I don't think he's going to be able to get to the bomb plant. He's going to need to go for the frag. Have you seen anybody bet an absurd amount and be profitable? No. Maybe one, but that was it. And he's just got to hit the full stick, and he knows that he's going to get swung on in the seconds that take time out. With gun not yet fully pulled, it's going to be Coco and Languor who pull it back to a tie. They might be late to the game, Fat Guy and Tiski, but they still need to give their best. They still need to show us that they want this win. Batten and I back and forth. Koa also doesn't necessarily know where this one may go. Who does? I certainly don't. It could be anybody's.
Let's do it, dude.
Let's do it, dude.
Fucking yeah.
Are we just forcing?
What time is it over there? 1:12 in the morning. It's so early, bro. We could go for another 3 games if you want, bro. Let's do it. Me and you. That was an interesting little run boost we saw pulled through. Okay, clap it up, clap it up.
They're both left. They're both left.
Koa might have a later hour. Yeah, let's see what. I don't know if he's feeling so great. But we appreciate him popping into the chat nonetheless. A Desert Eagle for Tiski. This one is just not it. It's really just not going to be the greatest place to play, and he knew that much. He was going to always be hard strung to make it happen. More afraid of Caker.
Yo, let's just do the right side shit, dude.
Caker instills greater fear in him than that of Coco and Languor. Eagles in hand again. Tiski and Fat Guy have not been financially keeping themselves afloat in this matchup, and that needs to be said. And it's not going to be easy to get back into the match in general if they can't get the weapons that they need. Holy shit. Languor is rolling them. Ripping them with the double kill.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good...
Oh my god.
I see, look at the force buys, man. I think Fat Guy and Tiski are trying to win out rounds too quickly. They've been playing with Deagles and Galils and Deagles and Galils. They've had AKs for only a handful of rounds, the both of them together. It's going to be the walk-up that they think that they may have lucked out for, and they may just have, as that cake is not the first place that they'll spot.
You saw the other one on the green thing.
But it will be the last because he lost his teammate. Add Piston. I don't like Piston. I think Piston is overused a little bit. I like the farting sound effect when they get shit on.
Let's go.
Holy shit.
Maybe I'll add it and I'll clip it a little bit, but
Cocoa Pebbles.
It ain't mine. It ain't mine. Koa has been grinding the gear for us to get this level of production quality that we now have. I gave you that shout out once, twice, 3 times, Koa. You are the GOAT. Coco with the AWP sniping him down, man. He's playing the range game as best as you need to. And this map is not one where we actually see that up that much, if I'm being honest with you. I've seen it more on T side than on CT, but Coco, he is a traditional AWP player. What that means is that in 5 versus 5 Counter-Strike, his role in his team is sniper, chat. So if you're going to see him bring that weapon out, you better believe that he's going to be coming into it with some serious levels of tenacity.
Ever seen a Tiski masterclass before?
Tiski, I've literally never seen you do this one. Will today be the day?
Wait.
Bomb is on that lip, on that ledge. Coco, oh, he didn't shoot. Coco, he tucks back behind the wall. He taps him. Oh, where's he gonna go? He's gonna go right into the open arms of Languor, guys, right? Surely Langor's got to be ready to finish this one. He's got to literally blow on him.
Fuck no, the smoke's ass.
The lightest of breezes would knock him down and he would collapse, and that's exactly what happens at 5-3 now. The lead for Coco and Languor.
What a dude.
Alright, let's get this shit.
Let's get it. Ooh, we called him fine shite. That's some serious support coming out from the team there. Laying it on thick.
Oh, fucking shit.
They're running it to the left, and Tiski, instead of communicating that they're hitting the hard swing, instead
I'm just waiting.
spits out some profanities and thinking that might get his teammate the call that he requires to get active.
Both.
A 2-player tag down. Tiski is dead, and I mean, what more could you ask for from Fat Guy right now other than everything? 1v2 and a pistol round they need. Taylor, would you commentate on another game or just CS? Well, Fat Guy in this clutch fighting the first of them may determine if I leave outright, because if he pulls it back, then I've got to question what happens in this series and in this season. I may need to jump games because what we're seeing right now is unreal. Clutch fighting the first of them may determine if I leave outright, because if he pulls it back, then I've got to question. Would I? Would I?
I'm just saying, like,
No, he calls me Taylor. He's joking. He's joking. He's joking.
One's in window.
I don't know if I would do any other games, to be honest with you.
I'm just shooting.
I don't think so.
One's up in the rock area. I'm going toward green.
Trying to keep themselves afloat for this match, really requiring a masterclass from Fat Guy, to which they do get, but it's going to need to be Tiski to do it the same. Back, nade, over the cake, dink, onto him, needing the other of them to be low on HP, but it won't matter when Coco reams the both of them! That is a shit-on moment. That is a double D kill, to which Coco brings them everything on a silver platter. Taylor, what do you think of R6? They ruined R6, bro. R6 is dead. R6 is a dead game. They got to roll back everything to year 7 if they want to bring that game back to the former glory it once had. It used to be great. It used to be awesome. It used to be epic. Now it's bloated.
Wow, that guy sucks.
It's got gameplay mechanics that just make it all that more ugly, I think. My player 2K, if I knew more about 2K, low-key, it'd be fun. It'd be like, swish! I'd be like, dunked on! Shit like that. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Can't do it like Coco with the deagle. I used to be a big Rainbow Six Siege fan back in the day. Roll it back to year 7 patches and we're good. Rainbow Six Siege just got transferred from one division of Ubisoft to another subdivision, I think, the other day. So maybe they'll start to do some changes with it. We'll see. Tiski and Fat Guy maybe to hit a boost. They hear these nades coming out to the left, so this would be a time for them to come alive, for them to hit something special. They hear them walking on the grass, now to play. Tuck down. High low. Tiski, Fat Guy waiting for that smoke on their right to fade before they walk it into their bomb site.
How is that?
Now Fat Guy honestly needs to be a turret. He needs to be his teammate's rock, because there's a real world where they both just get shot in the side of the skull. I think they're going to walk in from that deep position from CT spawn. Give it like 3 seconds. Somebody's about to go bink bink. Oh.
I have to peek for info.
That's the timing that they might have missed.
Yeah, nothing. I'm wrapping them through spawn right now.
Walking back into the castle.
Yeah, do it.
And they get back into the bomb site in seconds here. Was that a shoulder? Oh, maybe I'm crazy.
Your side.
I think that they are coming from the low ground. Tiski's called it. Molly hits the floor. Nobody's been burned. No flash high. But Coco's still managing to find Tiski. Do they read this? Do they get ready for the player up high? They are. Coco, he's been a maniac. He's been maniacal in every manage
10 seconds.
of the clutch. He's been on to it, and he does it again.
No, I just got... You don't understand.
Coco is the GOAT right now. I played Siege on release, and I played up until year about 7.
That is crazy.
Maybe I came back for year 8. Operation Health was goated.
By the way, it wasn't instant. Like, he literally couldn't see me.
I missed the good old days. I played on console. I got to Diamond 1. And then they, or Plat 1. They didn't have Diamond yet.
Holy shit.
But this is going to be like the wrap, I think. I think Coco and Languor might have just ripped this one in 2. I mean, these two players were already late to the game. Tiski would only just gotten awake, but he might have just woken up in this game if he can find them. The Desert Eagle clutch, but he simply can't do it. Jeez. That finishes our night, unfortunately, for Fat Guy and Tiski. But fortunately for the team who was here on time, they make it happen and they make it work. Let's get them on in here for a brief one, yeah? Almost a no-show, almost a no-call, no-show. It was a game that you had absolutely obliterated them, though, it felt like. And particularly Coco, man. What in God's name are we witnessing out from you? Did you have a good night of scrims or league matches? What's up?
I wish. We just had a break, honestly.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't feel like I was playing that good. I think Bagel carried in the beginning, but I did have some rounds like towards the end.
You did have the turn up, I will say. It was a game to behold. It was wicked. I think that it was GG's from you to feel that it was a game to really behold against a team that wasn't exactly ready to even go into it. So how did you feel about that match after you had finally gotten it started? What were you finding your groove in? Bagel, I can ask you because you seemingly actually did have a good start, as mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of just letting them come into me, and I was holding my ankles. They were just running into my ankles and not really throwing their util, so it was an easy punish.
Yeah, punishing for sure. Punishing in clutches too. It was constant 1 versus 2s, constant 2Ks. It felt like the Desert Eagle round from you, Coco, was a pivotal one as well. Individually, saying that you have a break now coming back into the season of 1v1 me for week 5, as well as into the full swing of into the new season of ESEA. How do you guys feel as a duo, as a pairing, now that you've built maybe a little bit more chemistry as this has gone by?
I mean, I feel like it's going a lot better. Like, we figured out how we want to play, like, each game, like which approach we want to have. And I think it's really like showing in our results lately. And so I just hope we can just keep it up for the rest of the season.
Well, I mean, for your sake, I hope so too. It was a banging game. It was a banging match in which closing out the night felt like it was one that was ended right. I appreciate you for stopping in for the post-game interview a little later than we usually run for, but still not that 1:30 mark. But even then, I know you guys are probably hankering for either a nap, a sleep, or pug, or whatever it may be, so I'll let you go. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, bro.
Always,
Good
team.
night, bro.
Always, always. Good night. Good night, whoa. Guys, that's going to be it for us. 1v1 me closes on another fantastic finish with a couple of banger games and another to resume tomorrow. Same time, same place, same commentator, and maybe some of the same levels of excitement. We'll see if that will be the case in just about 20 hours time or so. But until then, sleep well, and I'll catch you then.